was the sheep.
Oh, you were the sheep.
I was inside the sheep. Bad phrasing.
Awkward.
I was inside the sheep's shoes.
Not getting better.
So we killed some scarecrows.
I was trying to
That
quote
was
that.
The
The
last thing I remember you guys doing was killing scarecrows.
Okay.
Can I see the player's handbook, please?
Summoned by an entity to kill scarecrows.
Yeah, you got called to Valcomere Manor, and
Falcomere.
then the voiceless being of Falcomere Manor, yeah, asked you
Bodiless.
to go. Yeah, sorry, bodiless, not voiceless. Asked you to go kill some scarecrows.
Oh, I remember where we stopped. I turned into a dog, and I was tracking the scent back to Waterdeep.
Okay.
Can you not open the window?
Cause yeah, we did kill the scarecrow, and then I snoofed.
You sneak?
I snoofed.
You sneak?
I
Just a
sneepled.
sniffer.
I wasn't a goat anymore. I was a dog.
Turn into goats. I guess Layla, has she seen you as a dog? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've seen me as a dog on 2 occasions actually.
Okay, good.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you wanted to. There was some scent that you had picked up, and it
Yeah,
was
because I rolled higher than I rolled like a 23 or something stupid.
and it was coming back in the direction you had come from.
Yeah.
Oh, can they run into me on the road?
I'm gonna throw you guys back on the Waterdeep map.
Where are you cunning actioning?
Huh? Why?
Yeah.
Oh, no, like I'm trying to add it.
It's
Oh.
his new thing.
Yeah.
Oh, you're leveling up, so it's letting us all know. I thought you were like performing this. Like,
Oh,
why?
no, I was actually hoping. I'm doing some cunning action on some cheats.
great gums?
They'll never see.
Can I have the great gum? Or are you saving those?
Have it.
I actually have no idea how
Make
to
it happen.
add it.
Make it so.
Anyway,
Wait, is it actually gum?
rolling with it.
Yes. Make it so. Make it so. Make it so.
Sorry, I'm speaking louder. Yeah.
Are you?
Oh, cool. Thanks for adding the description.
Yeah,
Did you just copy paste?
I just copied and pasted it.
Oh, okay. Where's the damn? Oh, okay. So I guess I have to roll in the.
You can roll, or you can just take the average
Okay, cool. I'll
for
just-
a rogue. So I think
Which-
your hit die is like a D6 or a D8. I don't remember.
Oh, it's not 5.
It's
It's
whatever.
1d8.
It's a D8, so it'll be 6 plus your con mod,
Oh, cool. So
or
at least
5 plus your con mod.
Okay.
So you get 6 hit points.
All right, cool.
Okay, so yeah, we have murderalized these things. You have not gone back to Falcomere Manor to get your reward, and Kelric has turned into a dog, snuffled about, and then headed back off toward the city.
It goes up and then goes down.
33.
What
So
am
you
I
guys
doing? I
tell
have
me
no
what you
idea.
wanna do.
I have no idea.
You guys tell me what you're doing. I assume maybe you hung back in the city. You had other stuff, your shoe manufacturing to take care of.
But you mentioned something about like
About what? You cut out, Uzi.
somebody summoned us here earlier.
So you got a message delivered via cat, is what happened, and an actual cat, which did talk to
Oh.
Cat's character, but a cat
Oh.
crawled up,
So via cat.
yeah, crawled up in the window
Catception.
of Trollskull Manor and asked if you were interested in joining the Immel Enclave and if they were to report to Falcomere Manor. And they slept that night. Next day, went to Falcomere Manor, where they talked to a weird halfling druid who disappeared into bushes, and a woman's voice. They took some mushrooms that caused them to hallucinate and allow them to hear a woman's voice. And the woman's voice asked them to go to the farms outside of Waterdeep and help deal with these scarecrows that seem to have come to life.
But we're
or
supposed to get at the root of it, not just kill it. It's not just the scarecrows. I don't think we get paid till we figure out what causes it.
let me see. What she said was,
She said deal
out-
with this.
outlying farms are being terrorized by a scarecrow come to life. It has slaughtered livestock, chased horses, and spooked farmers. No people have been killed yet, but so the city guard have been dragging its heels. Something must be done, and she requested you go out there and do something about it. You went out there and discovered it was not one scarecrow that had been coming to life, but 3.
Eep.
And they dealt with the 3 scarecrows.
See, I don't have a good
And-
feeling that there. I mean, there are more scarecrows, so we don't have any guarantee back to life.
Plus, we dealt with one.
That was just one.
Yeah, we
Oh.
only fought one.
But so
We
there's
didn't
2
know about
others.
it.
What
too.
we should do is run randomly into the crop circle to the right and try to find
Well,
one.
no, we don't know if it was 3 separate scarecrows simultaneously, if it was one scarecrow across several, because it happened on 3.
Or if it
Okay.
if it manifests in one, then the next, then the next.
Right.
Yeah.
So-
You guys fought 3 scarecrows.
Oh.
But I mean, if you mean by fought 3 scarecrows, I mean we fought 1 scarecrows and stood there, and we probably did.
Oh yes,
We
no,
did
you
not
killed.
fight. We did not
you-
fight 3. Just
You
fought
killed
1.
1 scarecrow.
That's accurate.
And there were okay, let me rephrase. There were 3 attacks in 3 different locations, 3 different fields.
Yes.
And so
Yes.
far you have fought 1 scarecrow in one of these locations.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Bah.
But yeah, I don't feel like we're done yet. Short of it. I don't
um,
think we're like, hey, we did it. Go home, celebrate.
has
get some
anybody
cake.
like arcane checked the scarecrow for like?
No, that's your job.
We have.
Oh, awesome.
We have.
I want to.
What would it have?
Yeah.
It's not my job.
That's actually what we're tracking. Found out scarecrows by tracking.
See, y'all already ahead of me. So let's do that. Let's track that guy,
Well-
which is, I guess, my job because Rogue is out. Rogue.
You can smell them.
I am literally a dog right now.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Oh, maybe that was
Bush.
it. Like you got, we're gonna go off. But we didn't.
We started.
So I
walking.
guess maybe Layla and Jordan, the 2 of you would return from whatever you were doing in town, find a note that has been left. At this point it's night. It's the middle of the night, in fact. And you guys find a note that was left by the other members of your party, sort of explaining what was going on and where they will be located. And you could head out of the city and go attempt to locate them.
So what do you think, Jordan? You want to go on an adventure?
Do I? I want to test these shoes. Like I like. I don't know if you noticed it's on the side, but yeah. Now I can jump twice as.
Oh, well, you know, the only way to test those would be to go out to this abandoned manor or whatever and something from a cat. I don't know. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
It's farmlands, by the way.
Farmlands, whatever. Abandoned cat. It's fine.
Plantation.
Farmlands and an abandoned cat. Layla is just piecing together her own story.
Yeah, it's my own story. She didn't
One
really
second.
actually read the note. She was just like, something, something. Timmy fell down a well. We gotta go find him.
Well. Yeah.
So yeah, she's on the
Okay.
way.
So the group of you that are there, the 3 of you, I guess you're investigating the corpse of the scarecrow.
And the 2 remaining ones that attack, yes.
Aren't doing anything.
Success.
Burn him just in case.
How much do I owe you?
I know.
Yep, there's plates right there. You see.
So you tell me what you do while you're waiting for your friends to catch up, because the other 2 of you were just traveling.
Sorry.
I mean, I think I was in the process
How
of
many?
stabbing the ones that didn't attack multiple times.
I
Just
don't
to
know.
be sure.
You stab
I
your
guess
sword
I'm-
into them and wrench it around a little bit and pull it out, and fluff of hay and dirt comes out, and the scarecrow's head sort of lops to the side and turns so that its button eyes are looking at you, the 2 little shiny blue buttons in the light of the moon, but it doesn't move.
Creepy.
I'll take like barbecue with less barbecue. One with like one. Yeah, that one.
Howard is gonna start following the scent because he's only got an hour like this.
Okay, and you get to keep your mental stats as a dog, right?
So I don't
Yeah.
like
Okay. Let me get a dog set up for you.
Ooh, a puppy.
Run.
I'm a big puppy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, not edit character sheet directly. You're an NPC.
Thank you.
How about you?
Did I think I said I was a great Pyrenees?
Yeah.
No, I said I turned into the same kind of dog that
Wasn't it a mastiff?
No, that's the stats we're using.
Oh. Was it? Oh, was it like a wolfhound?
It was whatever that kid had.
What's the
Oh,
CR
okay.
creature you can turn into?
I don't know if I refused that.
What, sir?
It's like half your level or something like that, right?
That's if you. I'm doing the circle of the moon, so it's higher than a
Yeah,
normal.
but you don't get
base.
that till 3rd level.
Oh. Okay.
Hang on, I gotta look.
I wrote it out in my character sheet. It is. It is.
Wild shape.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah.
What, Layla?
Starting
Wait.
at 2nd level, you can magically half or so. So Kelric, doggo form.
Fire. Oh, there's pizzas.
And what's your wisdom, Kelric?
Modifier of 4.
So I guess what is that, an 18?
The
And
page. The page
your-
froze.
And what's your intelligence?
10.
10. Okay, and what's your charisma?
Just like roll 20 froze for me, so I have to open it again.
Okay. Let me look at Kelric's character sheet.
Sorry.
13.
Cat. Do this.
What'd I do?
Did you put all these wires at
I didn't.
Boop. Okay. Edit. Kelric can be edited and controlled by Kelric. Okay, now we have a character sheet for you as a dog.
Hey.
Okay, so I need you to make a wisdom check for me, a wisdom perception check to try to follow this. You will have advantage because you are a doggo.
Am I not using the same roll I did last time?
This will be a new roll. Yes. New session, new roll.
Mm-hmm. Because I think that's how we knew to head back to Waterdeep was the.
Well, it was in the direction of Waterdeep.
Gotcha.
Wait.
Oh, with advantage, yeah?
How far away
Yep.
from Waterdeep are we?
And it'll be on the Kelric dog character sheet
Oh, sorry.
because you don't have your like proficiency bonus.
But do we want to leave the farm before we kill all the other scarecrows?
There's nothing else alive
Right now, in this part of the
from what we've seen. Yeah.
From this part, if we go back to Waterdeep, deal with the person, what if we don't have enough time?
But that's who's controlling it.
Okay. A 10?
That was on my character sheet.
The fight,
Okay.
the
Yeah,
fights
you
have
can-
only been happening.
You can roll off the dog. It'll have the same bonus.
The fights were the scarecrow.
But there should be a character sheet now called Kelric dog.
just at
Yeah.
nights.
I found it afterwards, but
Just at nights.
I can't.
I think so.
Okay. 'Cause
I don't know if there've been any.
I saw it for a second, then the
if
skills
they
went
would be
away.
randomly.
There's no skills for the dog, so you just click the wisdom.
Oh, okay.
Somebody
Yeah.
dies.
I think it's only at night, but I'm not 100%.
Okay, there you go. So you follow it out out of the. Are the rest of you following the dog? The other group of you?
Yeah.
Me and Lila were going to
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
coming the other
Jason.
way. So you meet along the road. The dog takes off rushing and begins to head out of the little farmland that you've come to. And as you're hitting the edge of the farmland, Layla and Jordan, you see this big loping dog coming running up the street. Nose stopping every once in a while to flick its nose around in the air. And you can see your friends rushing along behind it. Some of them.
Hi, Jordan. Bye, Jordan. Go on. Bye. Hi. Bye.
Bye and bye. Oh, so let us know if anything happens. Or come back if nothing doesn't, and we'll.
So you just
Be in
run
this
past them? Did you guys just go into the land and the rest of you are heading back? And
Be like, hey guys, we're on this way. Have fun over there. Bye.
okay, so
Lila actually ran off, so I have no.
Why should
Kelric-
we turned around and followed?
the closer you get to the city, it's gonna take you an hour, even as a dog, probably to get back to the North Gate. You would know that, but also the closer you get to the city, the more mixed the smell comes with the sense of the city. You're not sure if you would be able to track it through town just by scent alone.
Can I tell how old the scent was?
Days.
Okay, so no like footprints or anything
So,
would be left behind.
We're
after
going to
several
the
days.
plantation.
Even if there was, it's a well traveled.
Right.
It's a well traveled road.
Whatever.
And it meets up with the high road, and about the time you probably get back to the high road, like at the edge of Undercliff Way, that's when the scent really starts to fade, and you can feel like your B shape starting to fade as well.
But I'd be able to identify the smell later if
Yeah.
I ran into it again.
If you were a dog again, yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, it's definitely like a human scent that was on them, and it definitely like heads back into town. And at this point, you could tell it's somebody left from the farmlands and went back south toward
Can I
the
tell if it's a chick
North
or a
Gate.
dude?
Yeah, it's a male scent. It's got that heavy, like musky sense of somebody who sweats a lot, and there's also like a distinct smell of something like
Rose
something
water?
burnt, but like like something burnt, but like a sweet smell, like maybe incense or scented candle, something like that.
Well, Kelric is like following the scent. Can I look for like along the way, like that would help me also track them?
Look for what? You're cut. I only got like every other word.
Yeah, you guys are cutting
Like,
out.
She's looking for clues.
yeah, like, can I like try and see if I notice any footprints
Yeah.
or
Make
anything?
make like an investigation check.
Well, that's like my word.
Do you want me to help you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do that. I'm very bad. Oh, hey.
An 18. Okay.
I will.
Along the actual road, you don't find anything that would identify like any one particular person. It's just too well traveled.
Mhm.
You pick out like these are the exact footprints, and the road is paved as well. So like with big, thick, heavy paving stones, just rocks basically that have been cut to shape and slammed into each other.
Mhm.
So there's no tracks or anything like that, and you don't find any like old pieces of clothing or anything like that.
Oh, okay. Well,
So, meanwhile, me and Susie are clearing that. I don't know how far away it is. How far we would separate. Like, they reach the end of their.
You're cutting
I
out a lot,
cannot
Uzi.
understand anybody but Cat.
You guys gotta get closer to the microphone.
Speak louder.
Oh, sorry. I also should stop moving where I talk. Did you hear all of that?
No.
No? Okay, I will move closer.
Mhm.
As soon as I plug this in. Don't worry about me, just...
Hey, what's on the...
what?
Really? Okay, I'm gonna have to time out for that.
Okay. So eventually, in the menagerie of other scents and things, and in the traffic of heavy, you lose the trail of whoever.
Is it the same gate that we exited out of?
Yes.
Okay. Then, when I lose the scent, I'll turn back into being a person.
Okay.
But you.
So Kelric anamorphs back into Kelric.
Woo!
What'd you find, boy? Did you good sniff? You good sniff? You found anything? Qzisu boy? Okay.
So what do you guys want to do now?
Apparently, I'm getting taunted by Chris.
Like, no, he's a very good boy. Let us all the way. He's a good boy. Very good boy.
Please stop that.
Alright, so
Not with dog.
Not a dog anymore.
Lila, are we around them? Like, or did we like?
Can I hear for
I don't
them?
know. You guys ran past them into the farm, like the field, and they were going the other way.
Mhm.
Let me
So I don't know if
see
you
if I
decided
can.
to turn around and go the other way with them, or
Oh, do we see them?
you
When
did. They came
Oh.
out of the area you guys were going into.
Oh, well then we would have stopped with them. Yeah, that's weird. That's
Alright,
peculiar. So what's the story? What'd you guys find?
There's a dude.
a big sweaty dude.
A big sweaty dude?
Good boy, dude.
You can smell him too.
Well, I mean, maybe not big.
Man, you must have been really sweating.
It's like it just lingers in the air. It's like humidity.
I'm an expert in sweaty dudes. Let me go and see if I can find one.
Oh, he also had incense. Or
So he's fancy, sweaty dude.
Or he might be like.
Guess who has incense? Clerics.
Oh,
We need to go and look for a cleric.
don't others?
Is that a fact?
No! Only clerics.
Oh.
Actually, can I roll knowledge?
Aren't you a cleric?
Yes. Which is
And
why I
as
know.
a self-proclaimed expert of funny dudes,
Yes.
would you not be a prime suspect?
I'm not a sweaty dude, though, so there is that. Would you like to see my genitalia? Hold on. Is there some kind of knowledge, like, the city, that I would know where to find incense or where to buy incense?
I mean, all over the place.
Oh, is it like everybody has it? I thought priests just had it.
I mean, it's not an uncommon thing to exist. You are correct in the fact that some clerics and like priests and things use them for rituals and other such activities.
I guess I want to
Hey,
look
buddies!
for the first
Hello.
shop that we can
Hey.
find
Welcome.
that sells
Yay.
incense to see if Kelric can give it a snifty sniff to see if it's the same kind.
I mean, that could take days.
Also, Kelric is.
Well, that's why
You have like the. Oh.
No, I just.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought you were.
No, I was
I
doing
mean-
my best sneeze impression.
There are
like
probably hundreds of people that sell and use incense in the city of Waterdeep.
Okay.
How many of them are sweaty men though?
50% of the population.
But what percent instant?
That sounds like an investigation check.
I didn't hear what she asked.
She asked, "What's the percentage of 20 men who use incense?"
So,
Ooh, who sell incense?
people who sell incense, just in your guys' time in Waterdeep, you've probably seen, 3 or 4 stalls in the market district that's just sell incense, along with probably higher end shops that sell things. It's incense are not an uncommon thing.
Okay. So were you guys thinking that this is the thing that made these scarecrows come to life? Is that a thing that we were thinking?
Well,
This
somebody that
man?
got the incense
I mean,
probably is induced. And if it's only few people have, it might narrow it down.
Can I roll like a knowledge arcana to see if like making a scarecrow come to life is like a wizard thing or something?
we did this.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few spells. I mean, you're not a wizard and you're not trained in Arcana, no. So there are spells out there, but you're not hyper familiar with them. But it seems more of an arcane thing than a divine.
Can she ask me?
Yeah, I mean,
I would ask
I
you.
know.
Be like,
I know
so-
that stuff. Maybe. Sometimes. Maybe.
Yeah.
Do you know of a spell that would bring inanimate objects to life? Is that a
I
thing
mean, the
you know?
animate object spell does a pretty good job of that.
I have average knowledge of it.
Okay. Well, maybe we need to look for some people that are magically inclined. And the best place to look for magically inclined is the university, right?
Might also try the Bardic College? Bardic?
Maybe?
Yeah, I think that's what.
Alright.
Wizards
Yeah.
College, Bardic College. I feel like
Be that area.
Probably at the.
I think we might have
I'm a bard major with a minor in wizardry.
Yeah.
to... Right? Oh my gosh. Okay, so which one do you want to look for first?
I mean, we said that we'd meet Jen.
I couldn't hear that, sorry.
No, it's because I died halfway through. We said that we'd meet Jalister tonight. Well,
Oh, okay.
also
Okay,
it's
we-
night. I don't know if they'll be.
Back.
I guess if it's nighttime, then yeah, totally carrying a torch and casting light. Because we definitely have weapons. And we don't want to break the law. Not here.
Yeah.
Unless you guys are into that kind of thing.
Only better than if it's like for mayhem and destruction. No, I'm not about. Oh, right, you can't hear me. Sorry, ignore me.
Which is why I had the mic.
Cat, did you
Well,
want?
Cat, you should go get the.
But that would require unplugging and replugging it.
It sure would.
Maybe during the break.
Okay.
Well, Calric is gonna try and head back to the yawning portal.
Okay.
Because I know me,
Oh wait,
and I've been trying to remember this, and I didn't want to forget.
was this the guy that wanted us to show papers that we were residents?
Yes.
No.
Oh, well then we
wasn't it?
need our papers for our residence.
Oh.
I thought that was another person.
I don't think I
Was that
have
Jalister?
those.
That was Jalister and the Lord's Alliance.
Yeah, probably ought to get those papers done, huh?
Do we know anyone who can forge papers?
Boy. Cleric knows no
Okay.
bounds. Okay, who wants to aid me? I need you
Okay.
guys to hold the light steady. We're gonna go back to the house and we're gonna forge up some documents real quick.
Okay.
I mean, don't you control where you put light? Do you need someone to hold that?
Yes. Kelrick, hold the light. And I put the light on Kelrick's hand so that he can move it where I need it.
Do you guys go back to Troll Skull Manor?
Yes.
Just go show.
Okay. So at this point, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oops.
And you guys arrive back late, extremely late, and Layla gets out her forger's kit, and I suppose you begin forging documents that prove that you are all
Hey.
citizens of Waterdeep.
4 sessions in, we're already breaking the law.
Okay.
Natural 20!
Woo!
Woohoo! That makes some nice forgeries.
Yeah, I mean, Layla, you're from Waterdeep. So you get out your inks and your pens, and you've seen these documents before, which probably helps. Like, you know what they're supposed to look like, because being somebody who's actually from Waterdeep, you have an actual set of your own, of papers, basically. And so you forge a false lineage and a false, like birth records and just paperwork, basically, that proves you've either lived in Waterdeep for an extended period of time and are accepted citizens, or were born here. This takes like an hour and a half, 2 hours of work.
Sweet.
So at this point, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. Does anybody want to do anything while Layla's down there?
While she's doing that, I want to start carving my piece of wood.
You're carving a piece of wood.
For no reason whatsoever.
No, remember I bought
Oh, I remember.
it. Well, in my dictate, I bought a piece of wood. I can carve it into a puppet, creepy puppet. So
Okay.
our resident
So for the ghost, that's
poster
right.
guys, can
So, yeah, you
have
begin.
a vessel.
Wait,
get
we
the-
actually have a ghost?
They think.
Oh,
It
okay.
has not been confirmed. Yeah, you get a
That's what the
face.
book guy said.
You get a face carved out on the puppet. No limbs or anything like that
No,
yet,
it's
but
fine.
just the face. The jaw doesn't articulate.
That's fine. I don't think it needs.
Not that kind. Not like this kind of puppet, like a marionette. Okay.
I think I'm gonna work on my shoes. They weren't allowing me to jump.
Okay. Did any of you guys rest?
I do.
Okay. So Keller just goes to bed. So 4 o'clock in the morning rolls around. This one, Layla's like, I'm done with these papers. Shaking off the last bits of sand from making the ink dry.
Papers are done. And then I look around, everyone's asleep, and she's like, well, fuck. I guess I'm going
Well,
to sleep.
I think only 2 of us are asleep. I know
Yeah,
2 of us
I'm like
are
sitting
not.
in a corner, like whittling.
I mean, sleep is coming. You're starting to get tired.
Yeah.
I think I go upstairs anyway.
So after forging the papers, you guys are just gonna go to bed?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the papers with me to bed.
Okay. So 8 hours later. Yeah, you guys take your long rest and then awaken in the morning. And what do you want to do?
Kelrick is confused of why it's light tight outside because I meant to wake up early.
Yeah, it's like I mean, you would wake up 8 hours after 4 o'clock, so
I had 2 slices.
Sounds
of
about
pizza.
right.
it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 o'clock in the afternoon when everybody starts to stir.
There's
I feel like I would probably wake up even.
And you have to take an 8-hour rest if you want to take a long. And if you don't take a long rest, you'll get a point of exhaustion.
They got back home at 2 whenever she started forging the papers, right?
Oh.
Yeah, but then she
Oh.
stayed. You're up earlier. You're up
So
at
I'll wake
like
up at 10.
10 a.m. Yeah.
Layla's just like
There's more.
sleeping, snoring real loud.
Really
And then she wakes up suddenly and is like, oh god.
Oh, that's too much?
I just wanted to taste.
Oh.
I just wanted...
Yeah. So what do you guys want to do?
I'm
I want
late.
to go back to the farm and see who's got murdered. What animal has been murdered?
You think there's a short while to listen to Jeriel's thing?
Who?
Or not Jeriel.
What about
Oh,
Alice.
the guy that we forged the papers for. Yes, actually, that is
Because
thinking.
you know that'll take like a couple hours.
Yeah. No, true. Like, let's do that now.
Do we really want to
we're in town.
join the Lord's Alliance? I mean, that sounds a little noble and all.
Yeah, well,
cool.
don't you want the cool perks of being a noble?
No.
You can go carousing with, like, rich people.
I mean, we do already live in a.
True.
I just wanted to talk
Like,
to.
when you say that, like, I assume at this point you guys collected back downstairs in the tap room, and when you're like, well, we do live in a manor, like something something like a big piece of like wallpaper finally gives way off the wall and peels off.
So I think our sign goes starts to nail it back up.
I mean, I just wanted to hear him out.
Alright, I guess we'll go hear him out.
I mean, we don't have to take the job, and it might be that you don't have to join the whatever's job. You could just contract.
Be a
As long as
contractor.
there's no break. Come on.
We're freelancers.
As I want my shoes. I can't have it.
We can't hear you.
I mean, if you did join the Lords of whatever, you get to watch all the fancy footwear all the time.
I would probably.
True.
And then as you guys are having this conversation, there's like banging noise on the front door, like, wham, wham, wham.
That work ducks.
I guess I'll answer the door.
Yeah,
Lay
you,
it.
you open the front door and there's nobody there, but there's a piece of parchment like nailed to the front door.
What is
It's
this?
a foreclosure notice.
Yeah.
I pull it down and
Okay, pull it down and look at it. It's not a foreclosure notice. It's a brief note. And it basically says that you have 3 days to clean the giant pile of refuse out of the back of the house, or you're going to be fined 25 gold pieces.
There's a giant pile of
fucking
rocks.
HOA.
Whenever she was cleaning
Oh.
out the house, she just threw things out the back window.
Looks like we're gonna have to deal with that. Alright, who threw stuff in the backyard and didn't clean it up?
Pretty.
Not me.
It was probably me.
Hi!
It was Kimbo. Everything that Kimbo has cleaned out of the house, he has just thrown out in the back, like out in the street. So there's a pile of just like, dirt and dust and bits and pieces of the house that had to be torn down and stuff just piled out in the street.
Somebody ever start the
Well-
trash service?
I guess we didn't.
We should make that today's goal.
Okay, maybe we should do that first. So we don't get a 25 gold fine because we can't afford that. Alright, so you. Kimbo?
Yep.
Do you want to go and try to find these people to set up the trash
Sure.
service, or do you want to pick up trash?
I mean, I don't mind cleaning up my trash, and I don't really want to talk to.
Okay, I will go talk to the people.
Alright, I'll start clearing.
Alright. I would like to go and find the trash service people.
You need to go. You find one of the offices of the dung, and they can pick up your trash. It's like 5 silver pieces. You pay the first month up front,
And for just burn it.
and they will just add you to the route.
I don't think
Alright.
you're allowed to burn stuff like that.
Not in city limits, no.
I'm gonna help light it on fire. Hey, Kimbo!
Oh no.
Alright, I'll bring the matches.
Nah, it's cool.
I don't think you should burn that. I'm gonna light it on fire!
Alright, I'm gonna be back, and then now that I'm back, I'm gonna be like, so we got trash service coming.
Great.
5 silver a
Just-
week. Or a month.
A month.
Sweet.
I want to sneak out and try to use burning hands on it.
I mean, Kimbo's out there cleaning it. I don't know what he plans on doing with it because there's not like a dumpster nearby.
He's
He's
just
out
gonna
there-
put it
Just
back in
put
the
it out
house.
on the curb, like by the gate.
He's just putting it out in front of the house. It
Yeah.
makes it more convenient for the
Instead
dung
of
sweepers
behind
to
the
come by
house.
and pick it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're gonna come
Sure.
by. Can I talk to them and convince them to come by like today
Soon.
for an extra silver or copper
Yeah, sure.
or
No,
something?
they'll get it. Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, I'd like to do that.
When you say refuge, is it actual garbage?
It's the trash from you guys living in the house. People have been trying to remodel the house.
Oh,
I threw a bunch of
Okay, so
like
you'll see.
mead ceramics out there when I was drunk.
I would like to know that the dog corpse is somewhere in that file.
If you want, you can have it.
You don't like
what
it?
corpse?
I fought a toad. It was gross. I almost died.
Oh yeah, didn't we
Why
eat
They
that?
eaten it.
I thought we
No.
ate it.
No,
We
it got
could've.
thrown outside.
I wanted to eat.
Why were you taking all by yourself?
I was at home. I didn't expect it to come out of a bathtub and attack me.
They killed you.
So Layla's gone for like an hour while she goes and finds the Dung Sweepers Guild, gets them hired, pays them to come by an extra day. Kimbo is moving trash out to the street.
I think
Layla,
I also
when
tried
you
sneaking
left-
4 bottles of vinegar out with me.
No.
Layla, when you left the house, you saw.
Actually, I might go dig.
You saw a halfling like woman,
No,
just sort of standing
Oh,
in the alley across the way from your
That's not
house.
like-
Let me put you on the alley map.
Okay.
yeah, but I know that.
So she was kind of just standing in the street right here,
Okay.
which didn't really strike you as odd. And she's like got like a hand-rolled cigarette. She's a little dirty-looking, like ragged-looking halfling. Looks like she's missing most of her teeth. Her hair is all black and stringy. When you come back, there's like a small pile of these like smoked cigarettes next to her, and she's still standing there.
Can I walk up to her? Actually, before that, I noticed. I'm gonna act like I don't notice her, and I'm gonna walk in the house.
Can you make like a deception check for me?
Oh, I
Let's see
sure
if she
can.
notices you pretending not to notice her.
notice.
I see you, not seeing me, seeing you.
What's up? 17, sir. Oh God.
Ah,
Buster, I think it's because you're on a different account.
what?
No, you should be able to access character sheet.
That's because I'm not on Dunny's
Denny's,
account.
Okay, well I said it to all players, so now you should be able to. Okay, so you head back into the house.
I'm just gonna like yell in, "Hey, I think you guys need to come outside," and then I'm gonna walk directly toward her.
Okay, when you go back outside, she's walking up the street. She's going north.
Okay, can I like do
Probably
some
already
stealth
standing
run?
in front of-
You wanna try and chase her?
Yeah.
Okay, let's.
Cindy's gonna be with her. Because apparently she was digging through trash piles to get her.
Okay.
That might have
I
snuck
was
its
just
way
looking
out.
for stuff.
So,
Oh, whatever.
let's go ahead
they're happy.
and initiative
Oh.
for a chase.
I don't
does
see my
everybody need to roll
person.
initiative or just?
I think just the two of them, unless the rest of you want to participate.
I also did.
I'm moving.
I imagine that well, Layla said that out loud in the house.
Yeah, and then turned around and walked right back out the house.
No token was selected. I don't have a token.
That's okay. You don't have a token. It's fine.
Bum, 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 bum.
Roll initiative.
We can hear you typing.
Yeah, oh, okay. Good.
Okay. Uzi,
Yay.
Jordan.
Yeah.
So
I'm
she
not
takes
sure
off.
what's happening.
They're chasing a halfling woman.
Oh,
A
okay.
little dirty halfling woman. She takes off running down the street. Like you come out. You go in the house. You yell. You come back out. You see her walking down the street, and then you start walking toward her. She turns and sees you guys running toward her over her shoulder, and bolts. She just takes off running down the street. Zochi, so Jordan, you get to go first. She's
Sweet.
just running away, like full blast.
I can do the dash action.
Yeah, you can bonus action dash now.
Sweet.
So
Yeah.
you can cover 60 feet.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Damn,
and
son.
I don't know how close I am.
Wait,
She's about 100 feet away from the house at this point. So from
Okay.
the front door to her, so you're 40 feet away in a single turn.
Go. That's what I'm doing. I'll be like, I'm not gonna yell anything. 'Cause-
Okay.
Yeah. Or
Let's
shoot her.
see here.
I wanna try. Unless I have to. Don't make me hurt you. I guess.
Don't make me help you!
wait. If he uses his dash, bonus action dash, does that mean he gets to move 3 times?
Oh, true. Yeah, movement,
Wow.
action. Yeah. So you get to move
90.
90 feet. So you run up like 10 feet right behind her.
Oh, Jesus.
Awesome. I don't think I have any like.
She's only got 25 feet of movement, so you'll catch her next turn.
I mean, that's what you think.
That's what I think. She got
Now
little
watch,
legs.
she proves you wrong!
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then I need you to roll a d20.
Okay.
A D what?
A d20. So just roll a d20. Slash R1d20.
No.
The slash goes first.
Oh. Yeah.
That's
Oh, boy.
2.
I hope that's like an option.
Make an athletics check.
Is it break?
All right.
Is it broken? Wow.
Not great at those.
Super broken.
I think I clicked it. It's not. Oh, so it's probably nice. Oh, sweet. Yes.
Smack.
That's 20. Okay, so she takes off running. You run up right behind her. A stall, like a cellar stall next to her, and there's a rack, almost like a shelf of like light wood filled with cabbages, and she reaches back behind her. She's running and throws the cabbages between you and her. But you
Cabbages!
yeah. Some NPC woman screams in horror. But you leap over the cabbages, land on the other side, sliding across them as she goes, and she continues trying to run, which would make it Layla. Oh wait, sorry, Chris.
I almost hope that you like step on.
So
the
Chris, this
cabbage
woman takes off
like,
running.
right
You see Jordan run up right behind her, leap over this
like,
thing of
jumping on the
cabbages.
cabbage.
Oh, that would be.
Can I like use my action
like,
surge to do
water
the same
runners.
thing?
They, like, cabbage
can
water.
I dash and then action surge dash?
New British.
Yeah, so you can
I
move
like it.
and then action surge, move again. Oh wait, you can action move, then action surge, move again. So yeah, you could run 90 feet.
Yeah.
Each of the cabbages had my soul.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do
So you
that.
close in within 10
I'll do
feet
it
of her.
more now.
Make an athletics check for
The designer
cabbages.
Okay.
So just put them up, dust them off.
Okay. So you barrel
Oh.
through.
I like it.
You just kick the wooden shelf out of the way. It goes sliding across the street. The woman that was selling cabbages puts her. She starts looking around. She's like starts yelling for the guards. The cabbage rack goes sliding out of the way. That makes it Layla's turn. Oh wait, what did I get for my initiative? A 13. Yeah, Layla.
Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing. And just go.
So you run
ahead.
60 feet.
Actually, I'm going to run. Yeah, I'm gonna have to run 60 feet. I don't have
Okay.
anything good to do.
Which makes it her turn.
Layla's like, we should follow him. Run, run, run. Gets passed by 2 other people.
Yeah, exactly. Oh
Uh,
god.
Like, yeah, chase after her.
action.
I'll be here, watching her back.
I was upstairs.
Don't worry. We'll
Just poke your
The
head out.
woman
Like it's
continues running and then runs up to like slides between the legs of her action and bonus action to run, or her action and her movement to run. So she runs 60 feet further. She slides between some guy's legs, and like does the splits and flips between them, jumps and flips over a cart that's going by, and then like darts underneath a horse. She's very quick and nimble, which means like all she does is run, which makes it Jordan again.
Sweet. So after I run really fast over these cabbages, printing my soul on them, you know, just making them more worth now that they are
Advertising.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
like have like a little like signet ring. You like stamp them with it
Yeah,
with like
just-
your little Jordan symbol.
Jordan.
Designer cabbages.
Yeah, they've been blessed.
So I'm gonna chase after. I'm gonna do dash action again. So I think I'd be able to
She's
get,
she was 10. She's 70 feet away from you, so
okay.
all three you can completely close the distance with her, but that'll take all your actions.
I wouldn't be able to do an action.
No,
Action.
because it's 30 feet to move, and then I accidentally go out of roll 20. 30 feet of movement, and then
you can't
bonus
have two
action
movement actions.
dash
basically.
is yeah. Bonus action
Okay.
dash is 30 feet, and then the last 10 feet is your action. So it gets you right up behind her. So she slides under a horse. You run, grab onto the back of the carriage she slid under, ride it down the street for a few feet, the speed of the horse pulling you along, leap off right behind her.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, that's her reaction. She looks up at you, she goes, bugger it!
Your friend always has the best timing.
Right. How is it?
And then Jordan, can you roll a d20?
Me roll another d20.
Roll 20 just completely for.
It does that sometimes.
I gotta refresh it. Just let me know what you rolled.
14.
A 14? Okay. I want to look at my table that I made for chasing people.
He doesn't need a table for himself because he's always chasing.
It won't load.
What number did you get?
A 14, but I can't. I made a table for street chases because I figured this would happen, and I can't open my goddamn table.
My phone is very disappointed in your table lacking. Table open.
I thought I was surprised at the table.
Maybe surprise.
Nothing. Okay, so nothing bars your way.
Awesome.
Hooray!
Okay, so you continue. You sprint up right behind her. What's up? Says, "Oh, bugger it," which will be Chris's turn. So Chris, you ran 100. You ran 90 feet. She's 10 feet away. She is 70 feet away from you right now.
I guess I'll dash again. Action.
You can only action surge once,
Yeah.
so you can run 60 feet.
Yeah. I'll do that thing.
Okay. So she's 70. So she's still 10 feet away from you.
Well, actually, like, how long would it take for me to fasten a lasso? I have.
Like, if you have rope, I would let you do it as an action.
Do I think I could try to lasso her from feet away?
30 feet.
I mean, you could try, depending on, how much rope. You got 50 feet. Everybody's got that 50 feet of hemp and rope, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So, yeah, you could try.
I'll try it, I guess.
Okay, so you run, and as you're running, you're crafting this last.
Yeah.
Can you roll a d20 for me?
Sure.
A 12. Okay, nothing happens. Which makes it so nothing bars your path. Layla's turn. So you're running, you're tying a rope. Jordan has run up right behind after Marty McFlying on the back of a wagon.
I'm gonna go as well. So the lady, where are these guards? Because they called the
You
guard.
haven't seen any guards yet. You just heard the cabbage selling woman yell.
I think I'm gonna I think I'm gonna do, casualty control. So I'm gonna stop and help the cabbage woman pick up her cabbages and set everything up. And then I'm gonna explain to the cabbage woman that woman that was running through was like skulking about our place, looking like she was gonna break in.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Advantage because she seems helpful for
Yeah.
picking up her cabbages.
Sure, you
Right.
can have advantage for helping pick up the cabbages.
Okay, persuasion with advantage. But again,
24.
Jesus.
The woman says,
I'm real
Well,
persuasive.
she did look like the dirty sort, scampering around, and then she's like, and you just moved in, right? To the, like, this is as your help. It's a Troll Skull Manor. I hope you're gonna fix the place up. It's a dreadful heist. She starts trying
Yes.
she starts trying to, like, gossip, like, have, like, neighborhood gossip with you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like have some neighborhood gossip with her and tell her, yeah, we're gonna fix the place up because we are tired of the streets having eyesores and, it was a gift and.
So the halfling woman will use her action to disengage from Jordan. And
Disengage! I repeat, disengage!
Then she takes a sharp right, like she rolls backwards away from you, Jordan,
What?
through the mud of the street. And then she turns right sharply and goes down an alley. And then Jordan, it's your turn.
Alright, so she's still 30 feet away from me?
Yeah, she only moved 30 feet.
Great! So
She
I'm
went
gonna...
down like a narrow alley.
Okay, so I'm gonna close the gap and knock away.
And so, okay, make an athletics check. And
Before I make an athletics check, can I somehow like an acrobatics check by like jumping in front of her or something, like trying to block her way?
Yeah. I mean, if you wanted to do that instead of like grab her.
Yeah, instead of grab her.
Yeah.
Block her.
Yeah, make an acrobatics check.
Go.
At 12.
Glad I made it.
You said it.
Okay, so you bounce off of a wall and try to, like you
Good.
jump up, kip off of a wall and try to land
know
in
how to
front of her. And as you do, you land in front of her, but she backwards again. This like stops mid stride, rolls backwards, and comes up facing the other direction, like she's gonna try to run back out of the alley.
Oh damn.
So you stopped her from going any further down the alley, but she is still trying to escape.
How far is that alley?
The alley's like 3 or 4 feet wide. It's a narrow like alley, 2 buildings.
Okay,
And
but
it
she's still
ends in a
that.
dead end with like a sewer grate at the bottom. Yeah, she's still the same distance from you.
Okay, great.
So wait, if the other end is
And then roll
Acrobatics? I mean,
just a d20.
okay.
A 15. Okay, no complications. Which makes it Chris's turn. So Chris, you fastened your lasso. You saw Jordan in the disappear on a side alley.
Can I reach like the end of the side out without?
So 70 feet, and then she ran 30. So you are. Hey, you ran 30. No, you ran 30 feet on your last turn. I should have put markers on you guys for how far away from you were.
Yeah,
So you are. Yes, you can get to the. You can get to. If you action to move, if you run your 60 feet, you can get to the end of the alley.
yeah, okay.
So
I'll
you.
do that.
So she
I'll
goes.
block.
She goes and tries to run out of the alley. Backpedal quickly. And you start seeing her look around to see what's going on. Can you roll a d20 for me, Chris? 10. Okay, make a dexterity saving throw. Chris. Okay, DC is 10. So another cart, like a noble's like carriage, like it's just big enough to carry like 1 or 2 people, comes bolting up the street with like a thoroughbred horse pulling it at a high speed, something a guard would have an issue with. And it almost clips you. It turns the corner quickly, and it comes up like right by the alley. You have to leap forward, almost crashing into this halfling woman to avoid it, but you avoid it and do not take any damage.
I like turn around and flip them off, and I'm like, I'm walking here.
Yes.
All right, Layla.
Wait, is that inspiration? Because sounds like inspiration.
Sure.
Okay. I guess now that I've kind of helped the woman with her things and I've done my good deed, I'm going to go and do my good deed and try to catch this other woman.
Okay.
So I'm
So
gonna run.
you are further back than Chris. So
Yeah, I think I have about 100 feet.
yeah. So you move your 60.
And
And,
then
like the woman tries to, it's that moment where like you're trying to get out of a conversation, but the other person doesn't get it. Like they think that, so she's still trying to gossip with you, and you're like, I gotta, like I have friends, thief, and she's like, oh, do your thing.
I'll be like, we'll talk later. We'll have
Roll
some
a
tea.
d20 for me, Layla.
Okay. Slash R1D20. Well.
A
Uh-oh.
7.
Oops.
Okay, so I need you to make an athletics or acrobatics check. Athletics, acrobatics, or charisma.
I'm gonna do charisma because that
Okay.
sounds like a thing I should do.
Okay, so charisma, either intimidation,
Oh, either intimidate. Oh, sorry. Intimidation or what?
persuasion.
Let's do persuasion. Wait, depending on the situation.
Okay. So as you turn and try to go running up the street,
That's
you
persuasion.
pass anyway. So these these 2 drunks come stumbling out of a bar up the road from you guys. They come stumbling out of call it the Broken Horn, and they're yelling at each other and shoving. And one of them shoves the like other dude, like 2 rough-looking like sailor types that aren't commonly in this part of town. He shoves one of the other guys into you. Turns around and looks at you and is like, you little shit ass, fucking, I'm gonna club y'all. I'll beat all your asses. And then what do you say to persuade him to leave you alone and go back to his drunken fight?
I think what Layla says is she's like, oh, you are quite a strong man. I bet you could really just beat everybody up here. How about you sit down and take a rest so that you're at your peak performance before you do that.
And he's like, that's a good idea. I'll just take a quick nap and I'm gonna kick the fuck out of you.
Then you're gonna be so strong. Like, totally.
Just take a quick nap.
And then I guess
then, like, while he's saying this, the other dude smacks him on the back of the head, like there's just a thud, and you take off running again. And you can see the 2 of them rolling around the street, and the guards that were called for at this point come around the corner, like they come from nearby, but they see the drunken brawl and get distracted by that.
Sweet. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna continue on my way.
Okay. So you run your scene, which makes it the halfling turn.
No, it's cool. Just one second. What's all that noise? Go back.
She throws up her hands and she's like, "Oi, look, one more thing before we do this." And then she turns into a rat, like, and there's this horrifying like bone ripping noise, and all of her her form just shrinks down into a rat, like, and then she tries to skitter between Chris's feet. Chris, I will give you an attack of opportunity.
Get her.
Can I use it to grab her?
Yeah, if you want to try to lasso her.
Well, I don't think I can lasso.
No, you just drop all the robots.
It's a big rat. It's not like a. It's like a
Okay.
giant rat. Like I got rats in my
Pig
basement.
size.
It's an ROUS!
I mean, like, would I have advantage on lassoing
What?
it?
Technically, it's an improvised weapon.
I'd rather just grab it with my hands, I think.
Okay, make an athletics check.
Oh, yes, I just find a rat.
The swamp.
Oh, right.
Define the swamp.
Okay, so it is currently in giant rat form. So let me. Giant
Layla is
rat
just praying for you.
+2.
It's always really rude when somebody's.
Okay, you grab the rat. Snatch it up by the back of its neck. It squeaks, claws at you. That'll drop us out of initiative because it's currently a grappled rat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come around the corner and like look at the rat
My band
and look at Chris and look at
Yeah,
the rat.
Chris is just holding this rat out by the neck, and it's like biting and snapping at her, but it can't turn its head.
I'm just gonna like hold it up to Layla and be like, I caught her.
Oh, good.
I got a rat.
Should we shove her in a bag and go back as business as usual?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I want to shove her in my bag.
I yell at the surrounding people. I imagine a crowd watching us chase. this
Yeah,
person
like a
through the
few people
streets.
took notice. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll just be like, you'll see it here first, folks. Jordan Ayers. You can catch anybody.
Make a performance check.
Can I give him like advantage by saying, "Oh yeah," being like a hype man? Like these are like the best shoes I've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm just
Can
gonna
I have
look at my
advantage?
feet, my bare feet, and be like,
Okay. Yeah.
You're wearing the
There's a man like walking a little girl, like on their way to a shop or something. They're heading toward Troll Skull Alley actually, and they've got like empty burlap sacks. Like the man is in one hand, he's holding this little girl's hand who's wearing like work clothes. Like these are not the clothes she wears normally. These are the clothes they put on her so she can get dirty. And the little girl looks up. She's like, "Oh, Dad, I gotta get some of those shoes."
It's like they're all fresh with cabbage on it. Like,
Yeah.
like it has like a greenish
See
hue.
how fast she was? And he's like, "Yes, honey, don't worry. We'll see if someplace sells those shoes. Okay, come on." He's like trying to tug her down the street.
It's like custom orders now being taken.
Oh, it's so sweet.
Okay.
All right, let's run off. Let's bag the rat.
Yeah. Put that shit in a bag.
So from the perspective of most of the people who saw this chase, this woman took off running. You guys went off chasing her because this was only a few hundred feet, so it only took a few minutes, a minute at most. You ducked into an alley, and then the group of you come back out with a rat.
That's fine. They won't know that we're kidnapping someone.
Yeah.
It's like we're taking care of your problems. People.
This is a
You're
pest
welcome.
problem, okay?
So you shove the rat in a bag, and then you head back to Troll Skull.
yeah.
Yeah. Better take her to the basement. It stinks down there.
She'll be more comfortable there. We
Yeah.
can actually serve her tea and crumpets.
Vinegar.
So there's a lot of
Vinegar
you.
test at our salad.
The guards, luckily the drunken brawl are distracted by that brawl, and don't stop to ask you guys really any questions. But you guys head back to Troll Skull. Poor Kimbo is still there, just moving trash around. But Kimbo, a few members of the Dung Sweepers Guild, like 2 or 3, a couple of human women and a half-orc man come by with like trash cans on wheels, carts of trash cans and shovels, and they begin throwing it in the trash.
Oh, that's fantastic. I feel like I walk faster.
Yeah. So
Like, just because they're like doing it like 5 times, I might throw up away something
Some
Yeah.
like
extra stuff.
hefty and terrible.
So the group of you return. So your friends come back with a bag, and inside of one of their bags, it's just thrashing around and moving.
What the heck did you guys get up to? You
Caught a
bring
rat.
lunch?
Well,
Oh.
you want to know what it's
More
like
like
to
you
beat a
caught a
rat in a
rat.
bag? Cause
I help.
Oh, we have a new punching bag?
yeah,
just,
give it a shot. I hold it
fine.
up.
And then
Please don't.
I think I give it like a little like just a
Punch.
Yeah.
little one.
The rat inside squeaks, and like the dung sweepers look over, and the half-orc one goes, "Yeah, Rats are a real problem.
Yep.
Don't
We're
worry.
taking care of one.
One at a time.
Yeah.
And one of the women goes, "Yeah, if you plan on opening the place, you want to make pest control in if you had an issue with rat."
Yeah, can you give me the number for the address for the pest control people? The number.
I might need them.
The pest control guild.
They're probably members of the Dung Sweep.
Oh, okay, so it's
Direct
just like a
control.
different division.
She's like, "Oh, I can have them come by. They'll tell you the fees. Don't you worry."
Okay, thank you.
The half orc
Like
just
an
like,
add-on
"Ugh."
cost.
Okay,
Yeah.
sweet.
We're getting cable along with our
Yeah.
base channel. Okay.
So you guys head in. I assume you go into the house with your bag of rat.
Yeah, we're putting that rat in the basement. So we
You
can
head down into the
question it.
basement. You dump the bag out, and the woman, the rat hits the floor, but as the rat rolls over, like disgustingly turns itself back into a human.
Well, that's a trick.
How come you were working outside our house? What's that about?
No, if you need shoes to run away from it better,
She looks up at you, like confused and a little scared, tobacco-stained teeth that are missing. Boy, I was just standing out on the corner. Next thing I know, I see a bunch of you running at me. What'd you expect us to do? Just stand there and you live in a city like this, people chase you, you run away.
Well, you were there for a good 10 hours watching our house.
It wasn't 10 hours.
It was a long time.
It was
Why
like
did-
it was a few
Why
hours.
does this person call herself us?
Are you down in the basement with them?
I mean, I'm home. I might as. Oh
You
wait,
might as
no.
well.
I'm clean.
I mean, you could have finished the cleaning by now.
Okay.
Do this.
Yeah. Let me erase my trash pile.
So
Pile
she
of
is
dust
down
and
in
debris.
the wine cellar.
Yeah.
Mhm. Where am I?
Bless you.
unless you
Throw a token down here for her. There you go. So whoever wants to be in the basement with.
Count me in.
Never mind. Oh.
So, why were you watching our house?
I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't washing nothing.
Why were you watching our house? And then I'm gonna light myself up, and it doesn't work.
Okay. That's insight. Is that what you meant to roll?
Oh no, I'm at intimidation. Sorry.
Can I
Okay,
offer
well, still,
this?
a one's a one, but
There we go.
Well, no, I don't really want to offer.
I mean you already rolled a one.
Well, it's a +5, so it's like the wrong stat.
Yeah, I mean then it would have been less. It would have been 4 instead of 6. As she looks up at you, and goes, "Look, I don't know what the lot of you's problem is. I was just standing around on the corner."
Mhm.
All fish.
Can I roll insight now to see if she's lying? I mean, obviously she's lying, but
She has a -1.
First rating.
She had a 4. Yeah, I mean, through her teeth, right? Like, she was obviously doing something standing outside, like, across the street from your house.
Do you here to like scope the place out or something? Are you here to invite us?
to an elegant dinner party.
She says, "No, look, you're new to the area. I just thought I'd look around a bit, see what it was about. That's all."
I mean, you don't have to look around for 2 hours to see what's going
If
on
you're new
in
to the
here.
neighborhood, door and say hi. Nice to meet you. I live here.
Because that's literally what everyone else is doing.
Everyone else in this neighborhood has done that. Why would you stare outside?
Yeah, she's like, "Well, look, you're the ones that dragged me down the basement. I don't think standing up like you're like, this is kidnapping. You're the one that's done something wrong here."
Sorry, we only got like part of that.
She accused you of kidnapping. She said standing on a corner isn't anything wrong, but kidnapping is.
I don't know, loitering can be. Yeah.
Ain't no law against loitering, and that ain't in the Codex.
There isn't. Are we sure? We read the law book, right? We read all those.
Yeah, you got the pamphlet.
Was there one against loitering?
No.
Oh.
Can I like investigate, like look her up and down, look for any kind of gang tattoos or
Yeah.
anything nefarious?
In the web of her hand, on her hand, like in the webbing of her thumb, she has a small tattoo of like a snake with wings.
Ah, I see.
One of those
So
weird,
you know, what was her name? Yagra? What was her name?
Yagra, yeah.
The sexy woman.
Mm-hmm.
So you know Yagra, huh?
Make another insight check for me.
Okay.
Layla's.
Okay. She flinches.
Oh.
She says no. No, I don't know any Yagra, but like she flinches when you say that name. Like, oh,
You totally know her. Look at your hand, and then look at me in the eyes again, and tell me you know her.
Look at your hand, then look at me, then look back at your hand.
yeah,
And then look at me.
your hand not. So she says, all right. Look, yeah, I'm one of the Zens, right? Some bloke hired us, said wash your house a bit, tell him what happened. She shrugs. That's all I know, okay? Just some guy named Froon or something.
Floon.
Fruit.
That dude that we found.
Can I like roll insight to know
Not Floon?
if she's telling the truth
Fruit.
again? I guess I probably know.
Fern.
Do I know who that
Deadly.
is?
The name does not ring a bell.
Okay.
Oh,
Not Floon, Froon.
Why do people name them?
It's the same thing.
She's like, that's all I know, alright? He paid us a bit of gold, told me to come watch your place.
Okay, okay.
That's all we know.
You know the rules, right? That if you get caught, you have to pay us part of that.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I'm
How
glad
much
I'm
should
not
you get
there.
paid?
She goes, I don't care. Look, you gave me 3 gold, alright? And I don't carry it around with me. I ain't got no.
3 gold. You should ask for more.
Well, I thought it was just gonna be a stand around and what? He just wanted to know who was.
Alright,
Yeah.
so what you're gonna do is you're gonna go back to him and tell him you need more money, and then you're gonna come back and watch the place again.
Tell them that we're more trouble than it was worth, and need to be paid more.
Yeah.
Type of. And then
Alright.
come back and give us. Like, half.
Yeah, and then come back and give us half, and then you'll be cool.
Yeah, and we'll tell you whatever
alright.
Then you can watch anytime you.
so wait. Hold on. I don't know. We'll keep the shades open. Peer right in. Let's see.
Alright then. Well, I mean, all he wanted to know was who was here. Guess I know who most of his is now.
Yep. I'm Layla.
We've actually given you more info
And what's your
than we've
name?
gotten standing on the corner.
Don't look at me, I'm still up in my bedroom.
She shrugs and she's like, okay then, well, I'll be going now.
Well,
No, you won't.
wait, what's
No.
your name? What's your name?
Her
Proper introductions.
Her name, name's Danica.
Danica. Okay, can I, like, see if she's lying to
Are
me?
you named after
Yeah.
like the lady who is an amazing cook from another
I was
land?
gonna say, that name sounds familiar.
She's not lying.
She's not lying.
About her name?
Are you a good cook, Danica?
She shrugs. Not
Remember, you are
particularly.
not the same person you were before.
I see.
Do you have any form of identification, Danica?
What? No.
Oh, okay. Well, I will remember your beautiful face. And if you're not back here with our money, or however much that is, because I don't actually know, there'll be hell to pay.
All right then. Well, so I'm to go tell Froon what I saw and get paid, and then come back and give you half the money.
You're supposed to ask for more.
All right then.
All right.
I'll ask for more.
Okay. Good girl.
I measured whatever her name, her feet, because I'm like, all right, I'm gonna make you some shoes. You're gonna wear these some bitches, and you're gonna advertise for me. Damn it!
All right then. Well, I'll come back for my shoes then.
No. If you don't come back, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna sew these shoes to your feet, and that will be all that you're wearing. You hear me?
All right. I'll come back, or you'll make me go around naked.
Close enough.
All right then.
I feel like the case / the book or whatever forces is at work was like, hey look, a distraction, we all went where?
All right. Have fun.
All right. She pieces out.
All right.
So, for the rest of you, your friends go into the basement with a rat and come out, and a woman, like a little halfling, dirty-looking halfling, comes out of the basement and just like sort of slowly and awkwardly walks out of the house.
You
And I'm gonna
restored
come
her.
That was
upstairs.
a good chat. I think we made some. We did some good work down there.
I think so. I think it was great. All right. Well, this Danica woman, if that is her real name, which it probably is, why would she lie to me? We'll be back with
Yeah,
more
I'll
money
look
for
good.
us.
Okay.
So she leaves.
That's fine.
Are we
Bye.
ready to go?
Have a
to
nice
the-
day.
What?
Are we ready to go to the yawning?
All right, we were gonna do that.
I have your documents right here.
Go ahead and lie down.
Have a good lie down.
Oh,
Denny's gonna lie down.
okay.
I hope she has a good lie down.
Oh, thank you.
Good luck.
Yeah, everybody says have a good lie down.
We believe in you.
Good sleepies towards your direction.
So yeah, what do you guys want to do now?
I guess we'll go to the portal with these forgeries.
The yawning portal then?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody going to the yawning portal?
Oh, it's Colored.
Oh,
From
wow.
Okay, so you return to the yawning portal once the usual cast of characters spread across. And you can see Kelric's friend sitting over in his usual corner, holding his drink like he normally seems to do. We love her
I go
too.
sit at the table.
Okay. Yeah. So you go over and sit at the table, and he looks up at you, and he says, "Hello, Kelric."
Kelric just kind of like does the acknowledging nod of yes, we exist.
He looks up at you, and he goes, "I suppose you've come for work, then?"
Well, we thought we'd hear you out. We're kind of in the middle of the night,
He shrugs, and he goes,
but it's a night thing, so
Who's
"And
this Jaws
you have
guy?
your papers in order, then?"
Yeah.
nice.
He looks like expectantly.
Oh, here's mine. I
Yeah,
handed my papers.
takes the papers and sort of looks at them, and then slides them back over to you. As you know, there's a fracas going about the city right now.
I like that word.
And he looks pointedly over at Davik when he says this. And he says,
Which one's Davik?
Davik is the guy who tried to recruit you for the Zens. And he says,
Okay.
he says, between the Zentarum trying to move in, the Xanathar Guild doing what they've always done. There's the watch is a little stretched thin. We've gotten a contract from the Dung Sweepers Guild. They need a little extra protection on their routes. It'll be for the next week, and a week is 10 days, so for the next 10 day. For the next week or so, they just need someone to escort them.
Let me speak with my
Simple
colleagues.
work.
Can I like huddle? You guys want to
So
do this job
what's
where we
going
follow
on
people?
with the, why do they need tech?
They've been assigned to sweep out an area between Ship Street down in the dock ward. Just a dangerous area.
Ah, yes, the rough area.
Easy enough. You meet them at 6 bells, which is 6 o'clock in the and guard them while they work. It's every day for a 10 day, and you get paid.
How much do we
It's
get
not
paid?
glorious work.
How much?
He sort of stops and thinks, and he goes, 5 gold each a day.
And we're contractors, yes.
You'd
Gonna
be
get
required
health
to...
benefits or anything? No dental?
He sort of smiles at that, and he goes, you'd be required to join the Alliance. You'd get the benefits therein.
And can you tell us about the main objectives of the Alliance?
He shrugs and goes, keep the peace, get the streets clean.
Like physically clean or like the
He's
riffraff
like,
out?
he nods and he's like, in this instance, yeah, physically clean.
Well,
Though you're not required to do any of the.
Oh.
Just watch the sweepers' backs.
okay. Let me ask my associates what they think. And then can we kind of like pull off, have a private conversation, and then come back? So what do you guys want to do? You guys think
that sounds pretty good, but
sounds-
also
yeah.
like in the middle of. Oh.
In the middle of what?
We're looking for the scarecrow guy.
Oh yeah, we might be able to sniff him out that way. If we're kind of walking the streets with some people and.
I guess. Yes.
Okay, I'm in. Anybody else not want to be in?
I mean, I'll help, but I don't really. I kind of already have it.
I don't want to pay.
Oh my god, we can't hear you guys.
Oh, sorry. I don't want to do it because the scarecrow thing. But yeah, maybe after that. You know, if people still need sweeping jobs.
Well, we're at a dead end right now.
But
I mean, we that job does require nighttime stuff. 'Cause they only.
I
Right.
can't hear you. Oh god.
I actually
I said that the scarecrows only see things in the evenings, like at nighttime, and these are asking.
During the day.
Yeah.
So she's saying we're only getting like every other word. But
Yeah.
she's saying that you could escort the people during the day and then at night go back out to the fields to see if you could figure out what's going on with the scarecrows.
Sounds good. We might have to switch to Google Hangouts or something.
maybe. But until then, yeah, I think we can do the 2 jobs. Not for long, because when we sleep.
Sleep is for the weak.
Yeah, short rest. That's fine. I don't need. I'll just.
I mean, we can work till like 2 p.m. on the following the people, and then we're close to dusk, and then we could spend, I don't know, 5 or 6 hours looking at monsters, and then still sleep for a few hours.
Plus, you have to remember that that's mostly spellcaster. So if we, the majority of force day
Okay.
instead of spells.
Save your spell slot, guys.
Alright, I'll save all 0 of them.
Me too.
All right, do you guys want to take a quick break?
Yeah, and I can go fetch the.
Okay, let's take a quick break.
Body.
You're the one who proposed it!
I actually don't think this, the thing is just...
No, I know, but like that's the reason I had the mic to avoid that. But
Well, you could sit your laptop like the side.
but video.
Can't see anybody.
I can't.
Wait, I actually... You had a... No, oh, no. I think it's... Like, I...
Oh.
Let me... Okay. Alright. Bad. Oh my
Oh
gosh,
yeah,
what is
we need to find the.
The water.
Get a bunch of pipe.
Watch somebody pass.
No. Oh.
Stick in the hole.
What else would be dressed up?
I will say, Susie, we're getting a toaster oven.
Okay.
Toasted sandwiches are better than. Hi, cat.
Hello. You can hear yes?
We can hear you.
Okay, nobody else is talking. I just
Oh.
switched over to a different mic. And
That does sound better.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, you can hear me.
Woohoo!
Yay!
Woohoo!
Hmm.
They're debating on whether or not to join the Lords.
Lord's Alliance.
The Lords of Leapin.
The Lord's o-leapin'.
I don't know. What are you thinking?
So,
I mean, how
Alright.
easy is it to quit the Lord's Alliance?
Mm.
Do they have to
Just
kill you?
leave?
One
Can
does
you
not
leave?
just leave the Lords Alliance.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Is like, it's one of those they'll murder you kind of cult things. That's what I'm worried
Oof.
about.
Well, if there's cult stuff involved.
Nobody said. Yeah, now you're interested.
My card has.
I'll actually.
No.
Yeah, sure. I'll show
Okay.
You know what they say, you say the word cult and I come running. He's just not a cult of personality like Kurt is.
He's just so ready. He's like, I've waited all my entire life to join a cult.
I've waited my whole life for this. Did you guys hear that?
Mm-mm.
Then he said like Buster would start a cult, but it would only be a juice cleanse.
Oh my god.
Sorry, you were eating.
That's hilarious. Oh my gosh.
My keto smoothie is all blood.
My keto smoothie is all blood.
Oh, cat.
Oh, I heard it did
Oh
taste.
yeah.
Yeah.
Very high iron and protein.
Yes! I know. We had so many technical cat.
It's not my fault.
It doesn't. Cat.
Speaking of which, Denny, did you take your iron?
No, it didn't. What up?
We're on iron supplements now because we don't eat as much meat as we used to.
Oh no.
Right, so like for a while I thought that like I was just like my muscles were dying or something. They wouldn't heal.
Neo chap.
Oh, there you go.
Oh. Good.
Okay.
I don't think so.
So what's happening?
I don't think so.
I have so many weird tokens that I don't know what. And then there's so many things that I wish I had a token for that I.
Oh boy, mistakes
What
were
are you
made.
doing over that fight?
Yay.
Is way too full.
Thanks for the backup. That would look
Too much wine.
Oh. Sorry.
It's too much.
And? Not
We're at the
dead.
bar. So... right to the left.
And to the right.
No, left.
Slide to the right.
Left with an F.
Weft.
It's actually a word.
What? Weft? Is
Yeah.
a what?
Weft.
Weft is a word?
Weffy wife.
What do you want? Baby, I got it.
Aw. How cute.
That. Wet weeds. Wet threads. What? Sorry.
No, the only reason I know this word is because Jen was trying to describe us. She wet. I think that's the right word.
All right, you may continue your debate.
Wait. No, I know, but you said thought it was F. Oh, yes.
So yeah,
It smells.
Yeah, I'm good with
My bad.
the
Heck.
not the protection job.
yeah, we could get titles and stuff out of this deal. So I think might make our salad bar very profitable.
Every time anyone says the word salad bar, just
I'm down then. If it's for the benefit of our salad.
Let's split our salad bar. Want us to have a salad bar?
I hate it.
We could have used those cabbages.
Stupid.
You could have used those cabbages.
Who wants a cabbage salad?
It's
Healthy
Ew.
vegans?
It's coleslaw.
Why do we want to invite
Coleslaw is
vegans
cabbage
into our
salad.
home?
It doesn't have to be vegans.
That's what I'm
Cabbage
saying.
is like a pretty good vegetable. It lasts like pretty well.
I'm not listening to You're not gonna. I'm not gonna like any.
Got a lot of fiber in it.
So is it like a salad bar where and salad?
Yeah.
Or is it like a that's filled with salad? Like
It's
a
both.
casual.
I don't really know.
Meanwhile, Jalister is just drumming his fingers on the table.
or is it a bar that's or is it a bar that's made of salad?
Okay, we
Bar
accept. We
is-
accept.
Made of salad, but also serves beer.
Guys, Nick's on the alad.
Ixnay on the
Alad
Alad say.
Let's get to work.
A.
Okay.
All right,
He
give us
nods.
those details.
He nods and he says, "You'll meet a group of 4 dung sweepers at the Mule Skull Tavern on Ship Street in the Dark Ward. You meet them at 6 bells. Guard them while they work. They take an hour lunch during the day. They should work 5-6 hours a day,
Union break.
and then escort them back."
You got it.
Sounds easy enough.
So, is this guy, this Jalister guy, is he like DTF or?
Down to fight?
Yes.
Most of those letters are correct.
Usually one-on-one.
Trying to keep this clean.
He's definitely down to fight. That's what I. Yes, that's definitely what I was
That's
asking.
what that stands for.
Yeah, pretty sure. He he nods and a little bit of a smile cuts on the side of his. "Welcome to the Lord's Alliance," and he looks up at you and he goes, "I don't know what to call the group of you, but Kelric's friends."
Oh, we don't have a team name yet.
No, we don't have a team name.
Well, so that people can eat to us,
I
like
mean-
without having to say all.
People that live close.
He
The
goes,
Jolly Green Giants.
The Troll
'Cause we have a salad
Bashers.
bar.
Yeah.
The Jolly Green Giants.
and he's just like, come back here at the end of each workday and collect your pay."
Oh, you're paying us?
He nods.
Oh, okay.
How much are you paying us? You should have actually.
5 gold a day. We already did.
5 gold a day.
Oh, got it.
3 gold at the end of 10 days a week.
5 gold a day. So,
What class are you?
what are we? The Jolly Green Giants.
What class are you?
I'm a druid. That's why I'm saying no. I'm also half part giant, apparently. I'm saying no.
Oh, right. Troll's Bane. Not that we're actual trolls. I'm sorry.
Troll's Bane, huh?
Troll's Bane is the name of our mansion.
I
You know
thought it
what
was
Bane
Troll's
is, right?
Skull.
Like the evil
Yeah.
No, the
Bane, the
opposite-
Batman villain.
The
He
thing
says,
that would be its fear.
Right. We could be a troll.
Yes.
But I thought it was.
It is
Troll
troll.
skull banner.
Why does it? I don't.
Oh, now we can't hear you again.
Skull.
She's mumbled.
I'm a
Didn't say much.
troll skull. I said I don't understand why we. I mean, we never really had one in any group that we've had.
Yeah, we did.
Did we?
Besides our Discord name.
Oh. Then this fan club isn't a real name?
The Cholt cult. Well, we can't be the Cholt cult because these characters haven't been a Cholt.
Ah,
And I don't think
water
you would know it.
deep.
so you guys have the rest of the day
to come
to
up with a
be like
name.
name or do whatever you want. Because you don't have to escort the dung sweepers until the morning.
Oh, well, we should go work
Obviously,
on
our
the
name should be
scarecrow.
the best.
Yeah.
You guys, we should go work on the scarecrow
Keepers.
thing. We
Scarecrow.
can work on our.
You can be the tight bods. You all have bods. I
Alright.
I have an asset. It's probably because, but I'm not gonna tell you.
An ass that won't quit. Oh my god.
I mean, I won't quit my.
No, our rat
No.
friend is supposed to be getting us more money.
Oh, sorry. I was busy moving computers.
That's okay.
Like,
Yeah,
Alright,
no, we let her go.
Should head to one of the library colleges.
That's what I was thinking.
thing.
I was trying to write
Want to go to the college?
Sure.
We
That's
could
what
also
Kat said.
check with the library near our house.
Oh yeah, the bookworm guy.
Although I don't know how well the worm guy will just Buster with no curtain.
Well, I'm pretty sure they get along just even after Buster said, "You will rue the day that you treated me like this."
Yeah, no, but Buster needs his chaperone. Go into the book.
Yeah. So you guys want to go back to the font of knowledge and just walk around and smell people?
Yeah.
I don't smell it.
I mean,
I'm gonna move along and that.
still are at the house.
No, I'm not right now.
I couldn't hear any of you well enough to know what anybody.
Jen wants to go back to the house. Basically, she doesn't want to talk to anyone,
Okay.
so she's just gonna go clean the house more and maybe run into frogs.
Okay.
I think. I know I'm heading to the. Or. I think Buster going with me.
So you're heading back to the font of knowledge.
Are you
Yeah,
going to
sure.
the bookstore, or do you want to go to the college?
Well, I'm always down to bother my best friend at the bookstore. My sworn enemy, who I love.
Your sworn frenemy. All right.
Okay.
Y'all going to college? Because
College. Chris.
I guess I'll go.
Okay. So Kimbo is going back to the house. Kellerick and Buster are going to the bookworm, and Joyden is going to the college
With Chris.
with Chris. Okay, and then Layla.
I'm not going to be helpful at all.
Okay, so we have people going to the college and people going home.
you got this.
People going to the bookstore, which is also
Or-
right next door.
Okay.
Kelly.
Not really.
I'll go to the college.
Okay.
I
So the group of you that go back home, Kimbo, when you arrive back at Troll Skull Manor,
Yep.
there's a little halfling man who's standing out in front of the front door, and like he's just getting ready to knock when you like walk up behind him. So he's like knocking on the door.
Oh, hello, friend.
Hi there. Oh God.
Yeah, he turns around, yeah, a little startled, and goes, "Oh, hey, yeah, sorry. Do you live here?"
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, all right then. Well, my name's Kelso Fiddlewick. I'm part of the Brewers Guild. I thought I'd come by and see if maybe you were thinking about opening it back up as a bar again."
Oh yeah, salad bar.
Are you with me?
It's just Kimbo. Kimbo's the only one.
I don't think so. Okay, no. Quite possibly.
We're gonna get like 6
He
months
nods
into
and
this,
he's
and we're gonna
like-
all murder each other over the fact if it's gonna be a salad bar or a
Yeah.
regular bar.
He nods and he goes, "Well, the place still looks a bit rough, but I could come
Yeah,
in and maybe
man.
take a look around a bit."
Yeah, that'd be great.
Oh, all right. I'd like to see where you plan on storing. You know, like I guess at this point you're like getting keys out
Yeah,
to
I'm
open
like-
the front door.
Exactly.
And he's like, "I'd like to see where you'd be storing the booze, see what kind of stuff you could house, and you know maybe give you an idea of what it would cost to get it stocked back up."
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay. So, yeah, you let him in the house, and he sort of looks around at the broken furniture and the
I'm
little bit
working
of cleaning and
upstairs
stuff.
first. We haven't
Yeah, that
done
you've
much
done.
here yet.
He goes, "Old place has been closed for a long time," and you can tell he's like looking around a bit nervously,
So, I've noticed your eyes move about.
and he kind of looks at you a little sly, and he goes, "Well, you know, I gotta tell you, I'm not here just on official business. You see."
What is your unofficial?
He kind of looks
Oh.
down a little bashful, and he's like, "I heard the place was haunted."
Oh, yeah.
It is.
Well, I mean, we're kind of working with the point,
And he goes,
I think.
he nods, and he's like, "Well, that's a good business model there. Then you'd be
Yeah,
the only haunted tavern in Waterdeep."
like the way you think, sir.
Yeah. And
Yeah, he only comes out when, I appreciate.
Yeah, so he gets you to show him around a little bit. He gets you to show him the wine cellar, the basement.
Yeah, I think I probably rant at him about my housemate's harebrained idea of salad bar.
And he's like, "Would the bar be made out of salad?"
That's better than what they're talking about.
Or is it like a bar that serves salad? Who's gonna go and just eat salad at a
Right?
restaurant? Just salad.
If I
Yeah,
have my way,
he like goes down the basement, and he like measures it by walking, you know, with his feet, and sort of looks
Yeah.
at the shelves and shakes them, and he gives you an idea, and he's like, "Oh well, I reckon you could hold like probably 15 kegs of ale." And he looks back on the wine cellar, and if you get the racks put spiffed up back there, you could probably hold a good couple hundred bottles.
Awesome. So, are you you're with the guild? So, do you work with a variety of brewers to bring kegs in? Am I right to think that way?
And he's like, right. So, all the brewers, venters, and God, what is the fucking? There's a bunch of
Distillers?
brewers. Thank you, brewers, venters, and distillers. He's like, right. So the brewers, the venters, and the distillers, they all members of the guild, and we distribute the goods. So when you buy alcohol, you buy it through us.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm.
Then I take down your information. Maybe I'll look you up later.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Just yeah. Like I said, my name's Kelso Fiddlewick, and when you get ready to open for business, you just come by, and he like paws around at his clothes, and now that he's like patting his clothes and stuff, you can see he's not like a rich looking guy, like
Right.
maybe like middle
He's
class.
kind of like a salesman, basically.
Yeah.
Like doing cold calls.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, I don't think I have a card. Like I said, I didn't really know if you let me in. I just wanted to see if there was a ghost. But when you do decide to get some booze flowing through the place again, well, what I tell you what, you just leave word for me at the portal, the yawning portal. I make my weekly run there.
Perfect. Well, thank you for the information on the opportunity. Do you about you to set things up to make it work here? Because I imagine a lot of the equipment
And he goes,
by
"Oh, you're gonna need to get some carpenters, some of the carpenters guild in here, I reckon. Get them in. They can let you know how much it would cost to fix the place up, get it back in operating order."
No.
yeah. I mean I'm working on that part myself, but if we need to have any piping run through the connections, that's what I'm.
And he nods, and he's like, he smiles a bit, and you see his teeth are a little stained, probably smoke paper, fuse or something. He says, oh, well, I don't really know then, but for plumbing and that lot, but I hear Waterdeep's a bit unique in that, where we got the sewers, but buildings tapped right in.
Yep.
He shrugs. All right then.
Well, thank you for your time, Kelso. It was
Yeah, and like as you're showing out, he goes, "Hey, look, is anything spooky happened here?"
the tables keep cleaning themselves, which I'm
Oh,
not complaining.
See, right there, I'm telling you, that's your business model. Like it was like as you back out. The other two of you are going to the bookworm.
Yes.
Okay. It is getting on toward evening at this point. The sun has not set yet, so you still have a few hours till dark.
Okay.
But it's getting there. So the question becomes: you go to the bookworm. I forget the guy's name.
What is his name?
If it's getting like on to dark, I don't think Layla wants to go all the way to the university.
Mm,
You cut out halfway through there. What?
I think that if it's getting on to being dark, I don't think Layla would want to go all the way to the university and then back home.
Well, I know that after
Shawl.
like about an hour before the sun goes down, we need to head out back to.
You might have time to
Oh,
like go by there for, like an
just
hour.
pester
Or
him
less.
for a little bit.
Yeah.
Where's the college? Northwards.
The font of knowledge.
Okay.
It is. Way the fuck out here by the Lady of Dreaming. And Blacksaf Tower.
Okay.
So west of the market district.
Where?
You guys are.
Oh,
You guys were at the Yawning Portal initially. Down
okay.
in. Okay, so bookworm. So yeah, you come back into the and you see some books tumble out of the way as Rashal comes crawling out of his hoard. He sort of squints and pushes his glasses up and says, "Oh yes, hello there. It's good to see my neighbors again.
Yes, hello.
How pleasant of you to visit."
Hi. We were curious. And Kelrick's gonna give him like a basic, like background of our job, and and what he knows about this character, and asks if how to.
Oh wow, he rolled really well in his.
Yay!
He says, yes, I've heard of. Well, there are several spells. Animate object would be one. Perhaps they're possessed by the souls of the dead who are upset. There are a variety of things that could cause a scarecrow to become animate.
Can you point me towards those? I can.
Yeah, he's like, well, there's a whole section on Arcana, but you're talking quite the pursuit.
Well, you do what you gotta, yeah. Or if I pay you to write me a summary.
He nods. Oh, yeah. If you'd like
Yes.
me to simply give you the rundown, I could let you know what I know.
That would be wonderful because my knowledge on
And he's
I
like,
don't
well,
have one.
this, he gets you to describe like the scarecrows and how they moved and what they talk, like the way they spoke, or not the way they spoke, the way they moved, the way they fought, and the way they seemed to be animated. The one you,
Mhm.
and he goes, well, that sounds more like a darker kind of magic, not something an arcane practitioner would do. Um, that sounds more like something a hag or a witch, a bound spirit would cause. So someone taking an undead person, an unhappy or unhallowed spirit, someone that wasn't buried properly and such, and binding it to the object, to the scarecrow in this instance, and giving it the semblance of life.
uh,
It,
it
generally,
does.
they're servants. They seek revenge or something for whomever constructed it. So less of an animated object and more of a construct.
If we kill one of them, will we have to worry about it coming back?
Oh, usually once they've passed on, they've passed on. You're real worried. Whoever made it making new one.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't have to worry about the beard.
Correct, but they are difficult to make.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for your help. And he's just gonna fiction.
The Night of the Living Scarecrow.
He nods and he's like, "Oh, anytime,
The
anytime.
Night of the Living Bread.
Come back if you require any more assistance
Um.
or books."
Okay. I will tip him silver and
Okay.
get out.
It really didn't like goats.
I think it was indifferent.
Mm.
Why?
That's how
The group of you head back out of the bookworm, leaving that smell of paper and old bookstore behind, and the smell of Rashal's tea lingering.
I imagine Buster and Kelrick walking side by on site.
Because the height difference, yeah. The bell tinkles as the door swings shut.
I have to duck to get underneath the
So Layla and Chris, you guys wanted to go to the college, or did you decide it would be like dark by the time you guys got back to Troll Skull?
Oh boy.
Yeah. I guess we have bigger fish to fry of finding more scarecrows, so maybe we'd have better luck at the scarecrow place.
Okay. So you're just gonna head out toward the field ward and start scouting around
Yeah,
in
I think so.
the farmlands. Okay.
Back up and
So we'll just say you get out there, you get out before everybody else because you decided to head out. Is there anything you guys wanted to do in that area while you're waiting, or
I just
scout
kind of.
for scarecrows?
I guess
talk
we
to
would
anybody?
want to kind of look for anybody that's still awake that hasn't gone in their house yet.
So at nightfall. So yeah, you guys would get out there.
before nightfall. I would
It's not dark.
like back
Can't hear you.
in.
I just keep hearing the word back and seeing you move your hand.
Just
I
type
think-
it out.
I think we need to go to Hangouts. This is not working. Discord is.
Yeah.
I don't remember it
Been
being any
really
better
bad.
in Hangout.
It was way better in Hangouts.
All right. Yeah, I'll try calling you guys in.
access.
I had to.
Hi.
Okay.
I can hear you now.
Okay.
Holy crap! I was never part of the Discord. No wonder it was so hard to. Uh,
Well, right now, Uzi, you're the only one I hear, and I hear you twice.
I'm here.
I hear.
I hear an echo.
I do too.
Oh, it's because Izzy's also on his computer. He's hearing the stuff from my.
So, one of you guys mute yourselves. And
Oh, I think it's because
No, it's me.
it's coming out of your
Oh,
speakers.
how about now?
That's
Yeah.
better.
That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
It's very quiet though, Cat.
Great. Is it? I just turned me up on the headphones. Yeah. Yeah.
So much better.
Turn it up in here.
All right, everybody say something.
Saying
Hello.
something.
Echo.
Okay, I think I hear everybody. Jennifer, are you here?
I'm here.
Okay.
You're not in Google Hangouts, so.
She doesn't need to be.
I
Oh,
hear-
right. She doesn't want to be.
No, she didn't need to be.
No, I'm on it through cats.
Yeah.
So we're all on the same one.
Yeah, we can.
Oh, yeah.
We're
Yeah,
all
I-
talking through the microphone.
I can
We
hear
all
everybody
hear
now.
it
I
through
don't
Cat's.
hear Rachel.
Oh, did she not get the summons?
We're good.
Oh,
Good
no.
Goodbye. Farewell.
So what were you saying, Susie? Or sorry, Kat?
I want to turn back into a dog and find a scarecrow that has the same smell as the one that we murdered last night.
Okay. I mean, you'd have to go to the field ward to do that. So
Yeah, no, I
Right
meant
now-
once I get there.
yeah. So Chris and Layla are the only two that are gonna get there before dark.
Oh, okay.
You guys will get there like right at dark.
Where's Jordan?
I'm here.
Oh, did you guys
Uh,
come back to Troll Skull so I could come out with
Yeah,
you guys?
I imagine that we'd
So
go
yeah,
to Troll Skull
I'm-
to pick you up.
Yeah,
and we'd
yeah.
all meet up
I just want
there.
to make sure I'm hooked in.
Okay.
Okay. So, but Chris and Layla, you decided to, instead of going out to the college, you just wanted to go straight out to the field. So you have a couple.
Oh, we were
hours
going
or
with
an hour.
Jordan though.
Hello?
I
Oh,
thought.
Jordan.
Hello?
Hey! So Jordan, you're
Phew.
with Chris and Layla.
You are.
Okay, so the three of you head out to the field ward before, or the field area before nightfall. And you have like a little bit to poke around. What do you guys want to do?
See
Can we
what
find? Oh, where are you gonna?
I was gonna say. See what thing is most vulnerable, like what's still grazing up there. Sheep, goats, small chickens.
At night, most of the animals get brought back into pens. So the sheep and the goats and the few cattle get put away. Horses get put into barns. So you guys get there just as everyone is sort of putting their animals away for the day.
I want to see if we can find that kid that we talked to last time.
Sure. Yeah, a couple minutes of wandering around. It was a little girl, right?
I
Little
thought
boy.
it was a little boy.
Little boy.
Little
So you-
boy with his dog.
Yeah, you. Oh yeah. I even had a name for the dog. This is what happens when we take a week off or 2 weeks off. So the little boy and the dog are near the same house and probably doing the same like group of chores. So they're probably putting sheep away and filling a trough with water, like pulling buckets of water. The dog running around behind the boy.
I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, little boy, did you miss us? Were you sad that we were gone?"
He squints at you and he goes, "My daddy said that you killed one of the scarecrows and you're gonna kill the others too, and that we're gonna be safe after, so that he doesn't have to sit on the porch all night."
Yeah, that's what we're here for. Do you know? So, do you know where the other scarecrows are, little boy? Little boy.
And he shrugs and he goes, I know where the animals have been killed, but there's scarecrows all over the place.
Oh. Wait, so last time did we? So there were like 3 X's on the map where things have happened.
That's where he told you, yeah, that the animals had been attacked.
So did we?
And one of
go
them,
to each of those, or
so far you've visited this one at night, and this is the one where he told you that it had chased one of the other farmers.
Wait.
where?
The,
Oh, okay.
this one.
Oh,
This is the one you guys have murderized the scarecrow.
Oh, okay. So basically 1 down, 2 to go.
Shrug.
And
We'll have to find out for ourselves.
yeah.
Oh no.
so what if we preemptively murder the scarecrows? Like just chop them into pieces.
Then they'd make new ones because they need them for the birds.
It's true. So if we keep killing scarecrows, like this one that we killed last time, and then they'll just rebuild them anyway, like we kind of need to like lay a trap for whomever is scarecrowing it up. So like maybe we could I don't know, make one more appetizing, like one scarecrow like, oh, let's do
This
this
is
one.
the sexy scarecrow.
Yeah.
See, it's
Well,
flesh
Let's
and
make a lady scarecrow and see if that entices them.
Yeah. Like, well, this is
Blue
one
crow?
voluptuous scarecrow that has
Yeah.
like a huge.
yeah. Most of
chest.
these are scarecrows.
Lady scarecrow.
to lure in the other one.
Yeah.
Put a couple
Yeah.
of pumpkins on the
Yeah,
Is
we'll
it
just.
crows on
Hey,
it?
if we give it heels, it'll have a harder time running away.
Give it a cardigan.
This is true.
What have they been attacking? What are they like?
High
Why
heeled
do it
shoes.
attack? They blew up a
Jordan.
goat.
Get to work. High heeled shoes. We need them.
I'll just give them. No, I can't give them my pair. Sorry.
You're wearing heels.
Yeah.
They're pubs. Are they really that much different?
I
Oh my
thought you'd
God.
seem a little taller than you usually do.
It's because I'm standing straighter.
Right.
A straw goat?
Yeah, because it blew up a goat. So it could be like that goat in like Sweden or Norway or wherever where they make a goat every Christmas and every other
Like
every
Burning
Christmas.
Man, but with goats.
Yeah.
like a Trojan goat.
A Trojan goat, but we're not inside it.
Oh, oh my gosh.
You just now figure out why
crazy.
Trojan condoms are called Trojan condoms.
Uh
Enjoy that.
Wow. My mind has been blown.
Yeah, like those condoms.
Oh, not. No.
oh. What are you rolling for?
We don't need to.
Sometimes I just roll dice.
Sometimes he just does that to
I
be
don't like
mean.
this. I don't like this.
I have a question. What were the three? Like, what was attacked at the 3 different places?
So far, some livestock, like a couple of sheep have been killed, a horse has been chased, and then one farmer has been chased out of its field. But no one has actually been killed as of yet.
Except the goat.
Livestock has been attacked.
You said sheep.
Mhm.
A herd of sheep.
Eh.
But if they're always put up, are they put up in their pen or?
They
Yeah.
are now.
The
They
pens
may have
are
been left out
exactly.
prior to this.
They're not closed off buildings. They're just pens.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
okay.
pens, they're just fenced
Gotcha.
off.
They're not like wandering the entire.
Mm-mm.
And it's not like they're locked up in a shed or something.
Mm.
You could climb the fence pretty easy. Not the sheep, or the goats.
Waiting for you guys to decide what to do.
I mean, goats maybe.
Well, so I thought our
What?
aim
I gotta
was to
scratch my face.
find
Face scratching is suspicious,
the person that made them, right?
Yeah.
But we couldn't.
but I'm not there yet.
Now we're here patrolling.
Yeah.
Oh right. But yeah, I guess we could patrol, look for anybody that is odd and out of place.
Have you seen any suspicious
sweaty
scarecrows?
male person?
Yeah.
The sweaty incense.
Well,
So-
the person,
so-
remember, the person hadn't been there for a couple of days.
Oh, okay.
But the scarecrows were still attacking when he wasn't there.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
Yeah, but we destroyed one, so we might come back. The scene of the crime.
To the scene of the crime.
So eventually, a lot of you all return back to the farming area. And what do you want to do? There are scarecrows scattered about, but you have a general idea of where these attacks have taken place.
Doggo!
Do it. Be the dog.
I think I want to do a disguise and try to look like a farmer.
Okay.
Yeah?
So nothing to see here. Just
Roll for your disguise kit.
oh, what attribute do I roll it for?
Charisma?
Charisma? Okay. I'll roll. Okay.
Because looking like a farmer is easy. Behaving like a farmer will be
The difficult
part
part.
of it.
Yeah. So I guess I have like a rake or something, and I'm
Yeah, you just pick up a
raking some
random
stuff.
tool that somebody left around, and so you guys pick one of the two areas where these attacks have been taking place, and you're just gonna post up.
Can I ask? Can I talk to the farmers that own those
I want to smell all the scarecrows.
specific spots?
Sure.
Awesome. So, can I talk to the first one, to the person that had the sheep or goat that was killed?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a
Bye.
yeah, sure. It's a woman, a little slightly chunky looking woman, but like obviously like muscle packed in her there from years of hard farm work. She's shooing the last of her kids into the house like as the sun is setting.
Good
The heat
evening,
of the
madam.
day finally starting to abate.
Just a quick question for you. New to the area. Hi, my name is Jordan. You should buy my
Nods.
shoes.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah. But the reason I stopped you today is to ask you if what is how long have you been in here in this area? Have you been here?
Oh, my family. Well, I mean, name's Undercliff, if that tells you anything. And so my family's been living in this part for 6, 7 generations now.
I see. Is there anybody that's newer to the neighborhood?
She kind of looks around at the few other buildings and then shakes her head. No, most of the families here, we've lived here for some time.
The reason I'm asking is because I'm trying to figure out who would want to do harm to your precious sheep. So, if anybody that you know is suspicious, that you don't recognize, or someone that's new to the neighborhood that you just don't like, mind telling me to.
She shrugs.
Has anyone died recently?
Yeah, like in the past 2 nights. Has anybody gone missing?
She shakes her head. Missing or died? No, not around these parts. Not in some time. No one's moved in, and no one's really died.
Do you know any hags?
Like old ugly women.
Oh, no. Well, I mean, they could be. It's optional. But,
It's ugly optional. Just check the box.
how you say a witch that likes to make scarecrows?
No, I can't say I know any witches. Sorry.
Uh,
We're all pretty simple folk here. We're just trying to get by.
hmm.
Shrugs.
And I want to see if I can roll insight. See if
Sure.
I was a little bit like Undercliff. That's a pretty significant name. So would I roll perception?
What are you trying to? What do you want to know?
I want to know if she knows there's like a history here in this place, but she just doesn't want to let on.
Sure. Yeah. Roll insight.
Okay, insight. Oops. I don't know how to. I clicked the thing, but
It probably went back to your normal page and asked if you want to do normal or advantage or disadvantage.
yeah, it didn't.
Oh.
Ooh. I'll just roll a thingy, I guess. Well,
A 2? Okay. She doesn't seem to be trying to hide anything or lie.
alright, checks out with me.
Well, I suppose that we'll just continue to monitor the place.
She says, I can't think of, I mean, the only thing they've done so far is disrupt work on the farms, make it a little harder. I don't know anybody here that would want to do that to their own farm
Who
or
are
to
your
their
customers?
neighbor's farm.
Who are your customers? Like, who do you? I mean, like, is
Who
there
do you, sir?
anybody-
We grow, depending on what you grow, most of it gets shipped back into the city.
Anybody specific? Like a big vendor
Shrugs
of yours?
Well, and she like nods behind her, and you can see the vineyards, the grape, field behind her, and she says, I mean, we grow grapes, so the Vintners Guild buys a lot of it, and sometimes some of it gets dried, and various other people. Majority of it gets shipped back into the Vintners Guild, though. But across the way there, I need like a random name generator.
Wine competition.
Malarkey. Codswallop.
Generate a name. Nope.
Oh,
Too
for
much
a wine contest?
Nope.
Or does it have to do with wine?
She goes, the Minnow family across the way, they grow mostly cabbages and have a few sheep, and the other family over here on our left, the Carmens, they've got their wheat and corn, and they run some goats out in the fields.
Goats?
She nods.
Goats.
Milk, cheese, that sort of thing. We've got a few cows.
Gotcha. Just normal food and drink. No drugs.
What did I miss?
Prohibition thing. Like maybe the city guard just
I
didn't
think it's
want
a
you.
little early for prohibition, Lucy.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's something that people don't want out of there.
Yeah.
Grapes, seeing the light of day, and then I'm trying to build a motive here. Sorry.
Maybe someone is importing wine from like across the ocean. And it's more expensive to import wine than to just locally source it. So they're trying to cut out the competition so they can charge more for their fancy imported wine.
Exactly. And then,
You did hear that most of the farmers in this area don't grow grapes, right?
yeah,
Don't
so
worry
it's
about
a
it.
one source, so that like if it comes in, and then all right. Thank you for your time. I have no more questions, Your Honor.
No, they're growing corn, which means that they're going to make other alcoholic beverages besides wine. They want to have it a wine-only area.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What can you make with cabbage? Is there a booze you can make with cabbage?
Probably.
Oh, it'll give you the farts.
She says, "Oh, all right then. Well, I mean, it's just been the 3 families here the last few years, so." She shrugs.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye out, but please yell if you see or hear anything unnerving.
She nods. Okay then.
I want to talk to the other people, see if their stories are
Okay. Do you have similar conversations with the other farmers in the area? Did you have any other like specific questions that?
like it would be.
I tell you what, make like an investigation check.
Okay. Investigation.
Okay.
Dang!
Yeah.
You are
Nice.
Pikachu.
Based on the questions you asked, there's three families that live in the area. There's the Undercliffs, the Carmens, and whatever the third family I said was. There used to be a 4th farm that was part of the area, but they packed up their stuff and left a few years ago. They didn't get along with the other farmers. There were arguments and things
Did anyone
over
die?
land barriers, over like who owned what parts of land. So they came in, set up a new farm, were there for 3 or 4 years. Eventually, got annoyed enough with their family, the neighboring farmers, that they packed up and left.
Ah, so there was resentment.
That's a good. Do we know?
I mean, that's long enough to study necromancy and then
God, I hate you guys so much. I'm gonna
Way
move
in the
away.
dark.
Or hire a necromancer.
This was like 3 years
Mm.
ago.
Yeah.
So there was
Salt
some
the earth.
land disputes. The government was brought in to do surveys. Turned out they didn't own the piece of land that they were trying to farm, and that the the Undercliff family actually owned it, and then they sort of got pushed out of the area.
Oh.
That explains why she's so content.
Basically for being shitty neighbors.
Ooh.
So night has fallen. It is dark.
Did I get to? Did I find
The last of the people. Oh, you wanted to turn it into a dog. Yeah, make your perception check for me, because you're going
I'm
around
gonna
just
go ahead and
sniffing,
ready
it's
my
gonna be
weapon.
Just
scary.
walk up to each scarecrow and say, "Hey, I bet you're the scarecrow. You look the part."
You're just sniffing scarecrows.
That's what I do.
I'm gonna go ahead and ready my weapon.
Okay. I mean, this is while they're walking around talking to people. So go ahead and make your perception check as your doggo. And you're sniffing, so you have advantage. Okay. How many? Hang on, let me see how many scarecrows there are. Where did I put the? Are you searching in like a specific area, or are you trying to run around the whole field area?
I'll do one of the two sections that.
Okay.
I'll pick the one it's in green. Was that the one that we were at last night?
That's the one you guys were at last night.
Okay. The one further south. I'll start there.
Okay. So, and you have enough time to search all of them. Let me get a doggo token.
Woof.
Boof, boof.
Oh.
So I got a bunch of doggos. Hang on. I'll put you on that area. So 1 doggo. I got this doggo. I got some zombie dog. I got this big black guy.
Ooh.
That's a very buff dog.
That is a ripped dog.
Fighting dog.
I got this wolfhound looking doggo.
Aw.
So you tell me which doggo looks the most Kellerick doggo to you.
Sorry, I'm trying to get to that spot. This one. It would be this one.
That one? Okay.
The one that takes up 4 spaces.
Well, I just made them big so you could see them.
Oh.
It takes up 4 spaces.
Oh, so that's why they look like Hulk dogs.
Well, a couple of them are just big ass doggos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kellerick dogs.
See the muscles on them? Shit, you
Mm.
can crush watermelons with those.
Not that I want to. Those are disgusting.
No, watermelon is delicious.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Hit points.
Absolutely. Have you ever been to a watermelon?
Yes,
I mean, you must not have. If
She
you
doesn't
visit
like
their-
watermelon. She's weird.
Kellerick
How do you
dog.
not like watermelon?
I don't like watermelon.
I don't
Okay?
like melon.
I don't like. Yeah, I don't
Did
like.
you
cantaloupe.
abuse her when she was like?
What? You don't like watermelon?
Well, obviously,
Did you-
but she abused me right back, so it's all equal.
No, if it has the word melon in it, I probably don't like it.
You also don't like SpongeBob, so that doesn't surprise me.
Hey-o!
Oh,
you know,
them
not liking
spiting
SpongeBob
words.
and not liking watermelon. Those are connected somehow.
I like watermelon.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Four,
Yeah, cat.
4 of these things?
We're as weird as shit for
This is
liking
actually
pineapple on pizza.
intervention now. We're not playing D&D anymore. We're just
Well, you don't like
throwing
roasted
down.
pineapple. What? You don't like roasted pineapple?
Uh-oh.
I didn't say I didn't like roasted
Are you
pineapple.
rolling every time we get off topic?
Maybe.
I'm sorry.
Roasted
Okay.
is like burnt and then
So, as you're Kelric, as you're going around and
You
you're
can eat roasted
sniffing
pineapple.
the different scarecrows,
The new
you sort of
scarecrow
wind
with
your way through the
Just
grave.
don't like watermelon.
As the sun is setting and your friends are wrapping up the conversation with these other individuals. Oh, these things are on
You started this.
the map layer.
Did so.
You come up to this scarecrow and you lean forward and you catch that familiar scent
Yeah,
for it.
that stank.
Oh,
That
it's up?
hippie, that sweaty hippie stank.
That
Oh, I'm gonna
smell.
howl.
You catch that familiar smell. So the rest of you hear Kelric howl. You hear the bay of a familiar dog.
What is it, boy?
No,
And
no,
Come running.
no.
Did little Timmy fall down the well?
Kelric,
Oh,
I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw
Oh,
as a dog.
oh boy.
doggo
Uh-oh.
roll.
Can you just roll over instead and not do the throw?
Oh no.
Okay. So the sun sets. The scarecrow's head clicks down as you walk up to it, like you track the smell up to it, and it gazes at you. And as its eyes lock onto yours, you can see little flickers of dark purple flame licking up out of its eyes. You are terrified of this thing. You are frightened of it, and paralyzed
Uh-oh.
until the end of its next turn, and then we will roll initiative. So let me get the
Ooh.
rest of your tokens on here.
Can I still make noise if I'm paralyzed?
Falteringly. You got the howl out first. So Kimbo, Layla. The rest of you guys are still basically off the map.
I'm gonna make very loud whining noises.
Curtis is
Because
not.
that's totally a thing dogs do when they're scared.
Joyden is for some reason a piece of the map. Let me get your token, Joyden, because for some reason it's fucked up. So copy. Pasto.
Sorry, I didn't mean to roll initiative 3 times.
Oh, I put Kelric out here twice because Kelric, you're a dog.
I'm twice the Kelric I was before.
Am I missing anybody? Everybody got a token out?
Let me see.
So Buster. I don't have Buster out here. Buster. There we go. And move all this shit over here.
Oh, yeah. Ah, yeah.
Initiative tracker. Okay. So Kimbo, I got in there.
Yeah,
Layla,
sorry.
I got in there.
If you want, you can put me at 5.15 because I completely rolled multiple times.
Oh, did I roll? I
5.
think I rolled.
Buster got a 16.
Hmm.
Kelric didn't click on his dog.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
I didn't click on my token.
20.
Let's try that one more
And
time.
Chris got a 10.
Yep.
Oh, you're in there. Scarecrow. Scarecrow gets a 7. Doop. Everybody in the initiative tracker. Kelric,
I'm not
Yeah,
there.
Buster. Jordan is not. What'd you get, Jordan?
7.16.
7?
Yeah.
Cool. Kelric, you actually get to act first, but you are paralyzed. So you can't do anything.
Whining very loudly.
Rachel, it basically is going to take Buster's full turn to get to where he is on the map right now.
Oh, shit. Why are my legs so small?
So to run around the building and to get up to where you can see what's going on takes your turn. You come around, you see the vineyards behind the house spread out in front of you, and you can see the your doggo friend like shaking and completely locked up, looking up at the scarecrow. You can see the scarecrow beginning to crawl its way off of the crucifix, for lack of a better term, that's hung on.
Ah.
Layla, same thing. It will take your full turn to get to where you are on the map. Susie, are you still here?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I said okay. Yeah.
Chris runs up to there. Kimbo runs up to there. The scarecrow crawls down off of the hooks that it's on, crawls its way down, kneels down in front of the dog, like on all fours, so it's like eye level with you. You see its head turn sideways, and the sackcloth that it is, its mouth slowly tear open, strings pulling and snapping, and you can see all 2 human teeth on the other side. And then
Ugh.
it rakes at you with both of its like wicker woven claws.
If you like pull its mouth all the way open, is there like a Sonic the Hedgehog in there?
No, but like a worm, like a maggot falls out.
No. Close enough.
18 against the doggo.
Yeah.
So 7 points of doggo damage.
No.
And then it will claw you again.
Not my doggo face.
Natural 20
Ah!
for 10
No.
points of damage. So 11 of that gets eaten up by your dog form.
Yeah. So
And then let me get the actual token
how
for
much is that
Kelric.
total?
10, 17. Minus 11, so you take 6.
Kelric, yeah.
So
Is Kelric still paralyzed, or does Kelric make another wisdom?
Kelric is still paralyzed.
Okay.
What was your initiative again? Because I accidentally just deleted you.
It was 20.
20?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's the scarecrow. Kimbo runs to there. And then Kelric, it's your turn. You're no longer paralyzed.
Yay!
Are you keeping track of your hit points?
Yeah.
Okay, there it goes.
I am gonna cast Produce Flame on it, because I can. To use it, I just need to click on it?
Yep. On your spell sheet. 16 will hit. This is a ranged attack because you're in melee with it.
It's range of self, or I can use it. I can throw it.
Hang on. The flame remains for duration. Then the spell ends if you dismiss an action or if you cast the spell again. You can also use an attack with a flame. Make a ranged spell attack, so you have disadvantage.
Okay, so I need to do it again?
Yeah. You take the lower of the 2. 13 still hits, so go ahead and roll damage. So click on the word produce flame in the chat.
Oh, okay, sorry.
8. Cool beans. Okay, so you guys come barreling around the side of the house. You see this thing crawl down off of the
Crucifix.
Put that on repeat.
Hanger.
You see Kelric get clawed up as this dog. The dog rolls up, comes back up to his feet, and is standing as Kelric. And then his hand lights on fire. He shoves the hand in the thing's face. The hat on its face burns away, and most of the sackcloth that was covering its head burns away. Straw begins to pour out of where the face was, but the thing is still standing. Which makes it Buster's turn.
Okay, so I guess I'm still making my way over there, huh?
Hey Chase, can you turn down the background music just a hair?
Yeah,
You can
you guys can
down
turn it
yourself
down too.
and roll
Oh,
In the
20.
settings.
Yeah,
I like it.
you can turn down the.
So I guess I can move like 30 feet, huh?
The vineyards will be difficult terrain. So the part that's this part is like this whole thing is difficult terrain because there's vines and grapes and shit there.
That's right. Phooey. Okay, well, then I guess I'll just kind of make my way around
Okay.
slowly. If I
Use your
can.
action to
Don't worry, buddy. I'll come and get you.
gotta go fast.
Gotta go
I'm
fast.
gonna get you one way.
So you can move to here.
Okay, I'll move here then. If only I was in a range for something I am. Okay.
And then what?
There's not really much I can do.
You could move again.
Okay,
So
I'll
you
move
can
again.
another 30 feet if you want.
Sure.
Okay.
Woo.
Lula.
I'm going to move my 30 feet, which I have a question. Do you count 30 feet as on the character square, or do you count it as in front of the character square?
It starts on your square. So
On
it's
your
5
square.
squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4,
So here.
5, 6. So right there.
Okay, I'm gonna go to there, and then I think I am within 60 feet.
Mm.
Yep, right at 60 feet. I'm going to use Sacred Flame.
Yes.
Dexterity?
save?
Yes, please. DC 13.
Oh, that was fire damage you just did to it, Cat?
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't like that.
I'm aware.
Okay. I get a 4.
Okay, it takes 8 points of radiant damage.
Okay. So the holy light of, what's your god's name? Saloon?
Soon.
Soon? The holy light of
Soon.
Soon smashes down on it and the little heart emojis float up around it.
Yes.
Aww.
Little heart
Uh,
emojis.
As you go rushing forward. Chris.
It's me.
Uzi's fading fast.
No, my eyes are wide open.
Eyes
You're looking down at something.
He's looking down though.
No, like it's really because if I stare at my camera, I can't look at y'all. So like
He's
look
looking down at the bottom of the screen at us.
Yes.
So Chris.
I'm trying to see how far it is. I'll do it's like hard to zoom out far enough so I can accurately. Well, I guess I can.
Trying to make both possible.
Yes.
Okay. I guess I can move to there. That'll be about it. Yeah. Wait. Yeah.
That's
Yeah. I'm just gonna dash over.
Okay, so you're just running along. So you
Yeah.
barrel down, sort of push past Layla as you go running forward. Even though the sun has gone down, you can still feel the heat of the day pounding down on you in your armor, which makes it Kimbo's turn.
Yeah. I'm gonna go the way everybody else is going.
She's gonna dash.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just haul ass to. I'm trying to think. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 5.
You can go.
Get there.
Oh, I gotcha. Let me.
Okay.
40. That's 60 feet right there.
Yeah, that's where I want to be.
Okay. Scarecrow. 30 feet of it. Oh, you're just outside her range. Okay. Frightened. It's gonna claw twice more at Kelrick.
No.
An 8 is not gonna hit.
Yay!
And a 12.
No.
Oh, it hit you before. Oh well, too late now.
I'm not a dog anymore.
I know, but it had a thing it could do like when it hit somebody that I forgot about on my last turn.
Sorry, buddy.
That's okay. Kimbo.
I already went.
Oh, you just ran. Wait, why are you in here twice?
Well,
Because
I'd rolled better, but it wasn't a real roll,
Oh,
so I
okay.
might be in there twice.
I have you in there twice.
It's because
I
it's
fixed
me.
it. Kelrick.
No, you skipped me.
Oh,
It's over.
Jordan?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't have you in there at all. You
Right.
were at
Which is
7.
why this is
Go ahead
why
and
I
take your
told you
turn.
that twice.
Take
Yeah.
your turn.
Oops. I didn't mean to draw that. Yeah.
Up.
So I'm 130 feet closer.
Why won't it let me add a turn for you? Oh, it's because your damn drawing is in the way.
Sorry. But that's 30 feet.
Okay, so that's 30 feet.
Oh shit. He might not be 60 feet away from me anymore. Nope, he's 60 feet. Okay, I'm gonna shoot him. I think
Okay.
I can shoot him from that far. Let me check.
With a short bow, yeah.
Is it sneak attack since he's looking at?
Yeah, he's in melee with Kellerick, so.
Wait. I'm supposed to just click, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So just your attack first. That hits.
Awesome. Take that, vile fiend. And a 5.
Okay, it takes that as a vile fiend. Your arrow passes in one side of the denim shirt that it's wearing and out the other. Kellerick, you can see the spray of slightly singed hay that comes out of it, but the thing is still animated and moving. Rachel.
Alright, so I'm in range for my command spell.
Okay.
wait, do I not get to go then?
Oh, I skipped you, guy, because the initiative got jacked up. Hang on.
Oh, oops.
Kellerick. Yes, you get to go.
Yay!
16, 16, so you will hit. And 8 more points of fire.
And then I'm gonna bonus action turn invisible.
Okay, so you shove fire into its face again. Its whole arm gets scorched and begins to flop, and you can see only the twigs and bits remaining underneath it. And then you turn invisible. Then it's Rachel's turn.
If I step back and I'm invisible, do I still take an attack of advantage?
Yeah, but he would have disadvantage.
Okay, well, I'm gonna just sidestep then.
Okay, you're still in melee, so.
Yeah.
So now it is Buster's turn.
Okay, oh, well, I clicked command, but I don't know if I filled it
No, that's
the right
fine.
way.
You speak a one-word command in range, and target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw. The spell has no effect if the target is undead.
Is it undead?
I'm reading right now to find out if it's technically undead or a
Oh.
construct. Okay. So it makes a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
It doesn't understand your language. Okay. And what command are you giving it?
Grovel.
Okay. This is a charm effect? Wisdom saving throw. So the DM determines how big. Okay, wisdom saving throw. I got a 9. So the scarecrow, begrudgingly and awkwardly, you can see the hate in its eyes as it turns towards you, crouches down on the one knee, and then the other, and then the head, what's left of the head, cocks to the side, and a bunch of hay spills out of where the face was.
Jeez.
It is currently groveling, so it is.
Oh, yes.
And it is prone. The targets, it'll say what they or follow the command on its next turn. So on its next turn, it will turn towards you and grovel.
Okay.
So right now it's just standing there. Layla.
I'm gonna move a little bit closer, and then I'm gonna shoot it with the sacred flame. Actually, no, I can't see Kellerick to tell how damaged she is.
Yeah, he's invisible.
I just sacred flame.
Okay, dex save.
We're all like, Kellerick, got the fuck out. He's like, no more.
I guess Kellerick ran
I
off.
mean, he took 2 hits. What if it was a nat 20?
Yeah.
I'm
not saying you're wrong.
So you summon the heart light of Soon, burning away more of its body with the radiant damage, and it begins to turn toward the group of you. And then Chris.
It's me. I'm gonna get over there. One of these
Actually, I should have
days.
been sitting over here, so I'm not between everybody else.
I'm surprised she didn't move further.
Well, I was just thinking of sidestepping it in case it's right where I used to be standing,
Mm.
but I
Well,
didn't think about which direction I was walking in.
I'll move up like a little ways, and then I'll shoot it with my crossbow.
Okay.
I mean, yeah,
John Wick style.
that's the thing that I have.
Where's the dog?
Hi.
Not right now.
You're right. There is no dog.
Oh my god. To like load Kelrick on your shoulders.
Right.
No.
That'd be
The
very
crossbow
embarrassing.
twing goes off, and the creature slides out of the way.
Well,
And you can see it bracing itself to begin to run, but it seems rooted by some magical effect. Joyden.
I am going to step 30 feet closer again
Are you drawing it? With
and
cat
murder
ears?
it with a
It's
crossbow.
Sonic.
I mean, short bow.
It's
Sonic.
from the
Is he a scarecrow?
from like the recent like trailer. He has human teeth.
Short
That was
bow. There
that
it
was
is.
the thing that I'm running with. Because the scarecrow has human
18 hits.
teeth.
Awesome. Take that.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I still get
Yeah.
sneak attack
Yeah,
for
like that doesn't make
You
any
do.
That's one thing that I was like, human teeth?
Yeah, because it's still
Like,
being
Does the person who
harrowed.
lived there
On
have
its
a
turn,
tough
it
idea
falls to
because
the ground
scarecrows-
hatefully.
Like, let me get my baby.
That's
Hey,
30
Totally.
I think it's the,
Right there.
the spooky
Yeah,
stuff inside
I'll
her
say 30
caused
feet
it
away.
to have human teeth.
That's so
Yeah.
weird.
And
that
Kimbo.
all constructs get human teeth.
Jennifer.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm talking about teeth. Okay. I'm gonna move 30 feet in the direction of the bad guy and then do some shooty things. So, let's see, 5, 10, 15. I think I can get like right there.
Okay.
We attempt to shoot.
It's prone right now, so if you shoot at it, you have disadvantage.
Oh wait, whoops. Ignore that.
I
I'm
will ignore that.
Still gonna do it. Cause I wanna.
Intense battle.
Hard time with my character sheet.
Oh, what's going on?
Like, if I try to pop it out, it doesn't.
Oh, it's like frozen.
Well, I think Jesse turned on something that makes the computer bright, and it's hard to see where things are sometimes. Anyway, okay, so I have a disadvantage roll.
It's like a high contrast.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is. Okay,
And 12 actually still hits.
okay. Yeah, I
So you
can't
can
see.
go ahead and
the
roll
numbers.
damage.
Okay. That was cool. Okay.
Buster, how do you know Burning Hands?
That's because I have an infernal deity.
I think there's like high
Ah,
contrast turned on or
cool.
something.
You haven't even cast it yet. I'm like, I didn't know that. 8 points of piercing damage. Okay. So it is still groveling. So you run up and it's on the ground, like laying down. So it because it's prone, it's like a slighter silhouette. It's a little bit of a hard shot. You have to look over the top of this bush in front of you, but you fire it down into its head. It pins the head down, and you hear the thing.
Well, see, I can't see the other number.
But it's still up. Kelrick.
Yeah, like a lot of the girls
I
are
am
just
I am
gone.
visible again because it only lasts for one turn.
Did Joyden
color?
get to go?
Did you get
Yeah,
to
he shot it.
Oh, okay, okay.
Damn right I did.
do I just do a straight roll since?
It's prone, and you still have disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
17 still hits.
Jesus.
And that will be 14 points of fire damage, which will put it down.
Hey!
So you light up your hand. I think you just grab down on the back of this thing's neck. This like horrifying monstrosity, this affront to nature, and burn down until you feel the ground. Your hand just burns through. And
Just
so you
like a
feel
hand shaped like.
Yeah, so you feel the earth below it, and the thing's head is separated, and you can see it kind of go limp and deflate as the straw begins to spread out across the ground.
I'm gonna come up now that I can see you. I can see you look hurt, dear. Let me just fix that. And then I'm gonna like touch you. For 11.
I'm so touched.
Let me just like I just start like patting you, you know, making sure that you're not bleeding out.
By contrast.
Hey. I am at the full hit points again.
Okay.
Oh god.
Whoa.
I might have lingered around the butt region just a little bit.
Kelric may or may not have turned bright red around the ears.
With enough time and energy.
Which is really, that's considerably difficult considering
Maybe not.
doesn't exactly have peach
No,
skin.
it's a
Yeah, I was gonna say he's kind of a different color.
Yeah. So I guess it just he turns really brown around the ears then.
That'd
I
be
want to
funny.
collect this thing's
Color
teeth.
filters.
Yeah, okay.
Wait, so does it actually
I mean, I
have
would
human
take you
teeth
to
inside of
energy.
it?
Yeah,
Why?
good question.
Why not?
Why did they make this scarecrow with human teeth in it?
So that there's a hint on how to find them. You just go, all right, open wide. Okay, not that one. Okay, oh, yeah, this one.
Got them teeth in it.
So yeah, it has human teeth in it, and if you dig around inside of its like body for a few seconds or a couple minutes, as you're like going through it and pulling out the teeth, it has bones, like human bones, as part of its construction.
Oh shit!
Like a femur. It has one rib bone stuffed into the hay.
Oh shit.
It has a bit of finger bone woven into the vines or like wicker that makes up its fingers.
Oh boy, I'd like to roll some like Arcana or something to see if this is a necromantic thingy.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't figure
I'll
this
give you advantage because I want to pull my knowledge as well.
Alright, thank you. Let me see if the drop down. Yeah. Heck.
Definitely not divine magic.
Mm-mm.
Just like
A 14.
Yeah.
well,
You
I
don't-
guess that doesn't.
I mean, people. I don't know how familiar Buster is with necromancy.
Oh
But
boy, believe me.
as far as this is concerned, it's less of necromantic magic, like animating of the body itself, as it is some sort of ritual to animate the thing. It's part of like the bonding of whatever is powering this construct. So it's not necromancy in the classic sense, but it is part of the magic that helped build the thing.
Oh. Hey
So
guys.
can I go look around at some of the other ones to see if they've got body parts or like?
Make an
Bones of them?
investigation check for me.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Body parts in it, Denny.
My computer's acting weird.
Well, sorry. You can.
Like bones and fingers.
Percept. Was it investigation?
You might want to hold on to those.
Oh yes, I'm
As
definitely gonna
Kimbo
hold on to
goes
those.
around through the other scarecrows. The other ones, the only one that there's no human body parts, and then the other ones, the only other ones that strike you as odd are there's a couple with old rusted helmets stuck on their heads, like helms that somebody would have worn as part of a suit of armor, but they don't have any human bits in them.
Okay.
The rest of them are fairly normal construction.
Can I take this rusty armor pieces off, or take one of them
Yeah, you can pull the
to
helmet
see
off.
if Telric
Hay comes
notices the
spilling
smell?
out.
You need to die again.
I don't know. Can you smell it as a person?
I mean, I can. It won't do anything, but I can.
This isn't like a guard helmet from the city, is it?
Maybe they're old and rusted and dented.
Kelric's a dog.
Eye control?
No.
Kelric's a dog boy. He
Okay.
sips the things.
The other scarecrows don't have any of the familiar scents to them.
Okay.
Smell like
Kelric
hay.
is gonna grab.
Oh.
Kelric's gonna grab Jordan's shirt and like pull
That'd be
him
worse.
behind him, Susie.
He's going to do. Kelvin's going to grab what? sir?
Kelric grabs like your shirt with his teeth and pulls on it, and
Oh.
he's trying to get you to go to the with everyone to the last field.
Oh,
What is
yes.
it, boy?
Well,
What's going on?
Okay. Please don't rip the shirt. It's the only one I have right now.
And he's gonna go look at the scarecrows in the last field.
Okay.
If you have any teeth, let me know.
I have teeth.
Oh, let me see
Kelric
them.
just like pants with
No.
his mouth wide open, and you see all of his teeth.
May I have one?
No.
There's a thing that's called
The dog closes its mouth.
calibration.
There
Oh,
might
I
be.
it
think
doesn't hurt to
usually
ask.
that's under the graphics property thing over. Like I think it's usually
So we're going to the other field. Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
Following the dog. All right.
Oh, that dog.
Well,
Following the dog.
That's not